Hello and welcome everybody to the Games Done Quick Hotfix. I am your host this evening, Etchy. I'm here today presenting a Fire Emblem showcase. We have Curry Master here running two different Fire Emblem games.
Hello.
First, he'll be running Fire Emblem Path of Radiance, Japanese, normal, any percent, and then we'll be following that up with a much shorter run of Fire Emblem Awakening. So back-to-back double Fire Emblem action here. Very excited for it. Kirby, an expert at both these games, joined by some other wonderful commentators. So I think I'll just go ahead and pass it off to Kirby, and he can take it away. So take it away.
Yeah, I'm still a little. You should have heard us all talking like 5 minutes ago because I just learned that this is not Japanese. I just opened this menu to listen to music, and all the songs are in English in the Japanese version. Like, what? I literally just learned this like 2 minutes before we went live, and I'm still just flabbergasted. Anyways, I'm Kirby. And I have two pretty cool people on commentary. Would you like to introduce yourselves?
All right, I'll go first. My name is Mute Moso. I also have run this game, but not the Japanese version, so the English version is a little bit different. And that's about all I do that's relevant to this anyway. Raisins.
Yeah, hi, I'm Raisins. I stream Fire Emblem. I do not speedrun Fire Emblem, but I hang around the community enough to know the strats and the ideas, and been a friend of Curry Masters and Mutes for a while now. So I'm very happy to join these two on this beautiful Path of Radiance run through the Japanese version, where there are no cheats used whatsoever.
Zero glitches used here. Post your flame squishes in chat. Anyways, yeah, so this is Path of Radiance. This is, for those who aren't as familiar with like the older Fire Emblem games, this is the first game that features Ike. Ike is the main character in Path of Radiance and Radiance On, which is a sequel to Path of Radiance. And this is on the Nintendo GameCube, and I'm going to be speedrunning on the Japanese version, which is a separate category from English, and it has a good number of differences gameplay-wise, although a lot of the strats kind of devolve into the same thing. And I'll be speedrunning, as Etchy said, the normal mode difficulty, which is the easiest difficulty in the Japanese version. And because Japanese has normal, hard, and maniac. And without further ado, we can go ahead and get started. So I'll count us down. Do we have a timer ready?
Yes,
awesome.
Go for it.
3, 2, 1, flame squish. All right, so we've got a tutorial here,
Running one of those
and the game is basically saying, here's how you move your character. And I'm like, I already know that, so I'm just gonna turn on and off a bazillion options, do save time, and turn off animations as much as I can.
But this does show off the basic Fire Emblem gameplay. If you've literally never seen a Fire Emblem game before, basically you have the blue units, that's us, and you fight the red units on this sort of grid. So you can initiate an attack by moving up adjacent to them, and then Ike can hit his friend Boyd with a training sword. You reduce them to 0 HP, and that takes them out. So this tutorial is just showing us the basic combat mechanics.
Mm-hmm. And
one of the important things here is that it's showing that units always counterattack, even if they don't initiate the attack, which is sort of what this is meant to demonstrate. And also like healing, of course, like you just did.
Yeah, the healing is really important, actually. So after you defeat your friend Boyd, you take on your dad, Grail, as a sort of final test, and he passes you a vulnerary, which is a healing item, and if you don't use it, you just get like totally pwned by your dad, like you lose in chapter 1 in the tutorial.
So it's the prologue technically.
Yeah, the prologue's kind of designed in that like there's 0 luck whatsoever, so if you don't use a vulnerary, you will get defeated in game over. Because everything has 100 hit, there's no way you can dodge anything at all, and yeah.
Yeah, no, they don't even like force you to use the vulnerary too. Like they just let you lose the tutorial if you're bad enough. So
I mean, you learn from mistakes. So hey, we've all been there before.
Just restart the entire game.
Yep.
Yeah.
So before I could proceed, you see this lady. Her name is Titania. Yeah, she's really good.
Yeah, she's really good. So a lot of the early chapters are just using Titania. She has higher movement than all of her units. She has better combat than all of her units. So we're just gonna be like using her to like murder everybody and move towards the objective. What's going on here? What are we even doing?
Yeah, so the objective in this map is to seize, and seizing, a lot of maps are seize, and the goal is to have Ike reach the throne, which is this tile in this case, usually occupied by your boss, if not always, and use the seize command. So we need to have someone defeat the boss, and then Ike seize. So we're gonna have Titania here just go ahead and bonk the boss and then seize, and the map's done.
So this is a pretty regular pattern to the seize maps, is that we need to get Ike to the, defended tile at the end. And so usually what we do is we use our faster units to kind of bury Ike up there, and then Titania or some other strong unit will kill the boss, and then Ike will seize.
Should have saved.
So
there's a very small chance
also,
I can die here, but trust. He'll be fine. He'll be fine. So now this chapter has a different objective. It's route, and what that means is to finish the chapter, we have to defeat every single enemy unit on the map. So everyone that we're using that's not named Titania is kind of a flunky. They're kind of not destroying stuff very well. Although we do want to get some experience on Ike in general, because he's going to be pretty important to have being competent in the long run. So.
Yeah, Ike is the main character. And it should be stated that the basic way this game is structured is it's completely linear. So, each of these maps is called a chapter. We're currently on chapter 2 because we beat the prologue chapter. Chapter 1, we're on chapter 2 already. It's completely linear. There's no sort of branching pathway or open world to explore. We just have to complete all, I think it's 29 chapters.
29 numbered, 30 total.
Yeah, 29 numbered, but 30 total. So it's just, you go through all of the 30 chapters in a straight line, and then we win.
Also, the first thing to know, well, you wouldn't really know this unless you also knew the English route, but this chapter is significantly different from that run because the enemies are slightly stronger. Yep. So Ike won't be able to one-round kill some of the ones that he can one-round kill in the English version. So that isn't a big deal, but it does significantly change how you sort of do things here. You had to take an extra turn killing them.
Ike two-hit KOs all of these enemies in English. I think he doubles every Myrmidon in English, but in Japanese, he usually doesn't double them. And by doubling, what we mean is you can attack someone twice if your speed is at least 4 points higher, which is the case in most Fire Emblem games. So speed is a very important stat in general.
The next time we open up a level up screen, we'll point out some of the stats. There's some really obvious ones like HP, hit points that we're kind of seeing right now.
It's in Japanese, unfortunately, but that's okay. Details.
Yeah, it's in Japanese. Well, maybe I can point out the position, but the most important stats are HP, which is how many damage you can take before you die. Strength, which is how much damage you deal with an attack, and speed, which is it governs whether or not you can attack an enemy twice in combat. So it's really important that you have enough strength and you have enough speed to kill an enemy in a single round of combat, like Titania just did to this brigand right here.
And the stats are relative, in this game, there isn't a fancy RPG formula in Fire Emblem like there are in a lot of other RPG games, because it's a strategy game more than an RPG game. So when you get a 1 strength, you are literally doing +1 physical damage. There's nothing more or less to it for the most part. Same with defense.
Yeah,
if you have +1 defense, you are taking 1 less damage from all physical attacks, and so on.
And there's very little randomness to it. So if you have enough strength to kill them, then you just kill them. And if you don't have enough strength to kill them, then you just definitely do not kill them. So this map's pretty cool. We're introduced to this kind of captive Pegasus Knight up here. She's just flying over here. She's mostly unimportant to the run.
Yeah, don't mind her. She's not very important.
Yeah, I don't mind.
So yeah, we are introduced to another type of objective, which is defeat boss, and that's a little self-explanatory. You just defeat the boss and you end the map. And the boss is on the upper right corner of the map. Spoiler alert: we're just gonna have Titania blitz to the boss and bonk him.
Yeah, it's a really unique strategy. We don't really see it any other time.
Yeah, this is the first time we've seen Titania do stuff.
Yeah, that's true. There are a couple other things to do. Over the course of the game, there are a whole bunch of other characters. Most of it is going to be completed with Ike, Titania, and a mystery pink-haired flyer who might or may not be related to
I don't mind her. She'll be fine.
Yeah, she'll probably be fine. But you get a whole bunch of other units during the run as well. It's kind of the fun of Fire Emblem. I think there's something 40 units in this game.
This is a good number.
That you can play and level up.
Probably around more about 50, but yeah.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Now that I think about it, you're probably right. I think it's closer to 50. Sorry?
I was saying most Fire Emblem games around this time had about 50 until they reduced it in later games, but that's irrelevant. Whatever, I guess.
Yeah, no, it's a good point. That's kind of the joy of Fire Emblem is that you have a ton of different units that you can use. We will occasionally use them for small jobs. For example, this big blue armored knight, Gatry, is kind of moving off to the side. He's going to visit a village to get an elixir. And Shinon, this green archer over in the left, is not really doing anything right now. Next map, he'll have a very important job. But for right now, we're just kind of going to not really use him for a whole lot.
In a speedrun setting, you kind of want to use as few units as possible in general, but there are cases where you kind of need other units to help support or clear an enemy here and there and so on. And as you can tell, animations, we can't really completely turn off animations in Path of Radiance. So it's very important to avoid as much combat as possible if we can. 85 hit.
Yeah, a lot of these earlier Fire Emblem games. Oh, nice. See, 17 times 2. So she does 34 damage to this guy. If she didn't have exactly the amount of strength she had, then she would not kill this guy in one round of combat.
We are fine.
Very important.
Yeah, so...
I also had a chance to miss, so that could have been disastrous, but it's fine.
Yeah, that would have kind of sucked a bit.
Just a bit.
So... Just a smidge.
All right, thankfully, this map has a lot of enemies. Thankfully, the objective is defeat boss. So, you get to... This is the first chapter in the speedrun where we're going to be introduced to a cool little mechanic called shoving, which is unique to this game and Radiant Dawn. Relatively unique, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so the shove command is something that infantry units are allowed to do. I guess, horse units are able to move really far, but infantry units can use shove. And what shove is pretty simple. You just shove any unit, ally or enemy, and you can push them one square away. So we use this to shove Shinon a little bit closer to the boss. After we shoved him, I think it was 3 times. He is exactly in range of the boss right now. And he has a bow equipped. So ordinarily bow units are kind of famously unable to combat at one range, which means they're usually unable to counterattack enemies. Since, enemies like the spear guy attack at one range, so an archer can't counterattack. But we move actually exactly into this boss's 2-range attack. The boss will throw a javelin at Shinon, and then Shinon, the master archer, will just destroy him from range. Mm-hmm. So it's a totally weird moment where the archers are finally counterattacking. I accused Kirby of cheating after I saw the bot. I said they can't do that.
It's really nice because, again, you can see how slow the animations are. Shinon works out. The fact that Shinon can't counter works to our advantage because that means less animations.
Yeah, we don't really need to kill these enemies, so it's actually nice for him to not counter them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you might think, oh, it's an RPG. We just want to kill all the enemies. But even here, Kirby Massa, you unequipped Titania so that she wouldn't counterattack these guys with her axe because, watching her swing the axe and gain a ton of EXP just wastes so much time.
It wouldn't be a ton, but it would be
I know
some.
in Radiant Dawn, an enemy death animation is roughly 2 seconds. That's ignoring animations, and in Path of Radiance is probably even slower. So having Titania equipped probably lose 5 to 10 seconds per enemy, something like that.
Here comes the guy. His name was Majin or something?
Yeah, that sounds right.
I can't remember. All right, here goes Shinon. Now, Shinon can actually just double crit this guy.
He can.
Right?
It's bad because we really want to experience that Titania.
Well, it's a lot less likely to happen in this version because he doesn't have the crit bonus in Japanese.
Oh, yeah, so in the English version of Path of Radiance, snipers, snipers, swordmasters, and berserkers all get a 15% crit bonus, but in the Japanese version, they don't. So they're kind of not that great. But at the same time, it kind of works in our favor sometimes, casually, because the fact that Shinon can't crit can be good, because a lot of times in early game, you want to feature kills to your weaker units and not Shinon.
Yeah, no, I mean,
but it depends.
Kind of spoiler alert, Shinon will not be used a whole lot more. So what is the objective of this map here? What are we doing? Defend. So we have to keep the enemy units away from this green tile. There is a huge swarm of red enemies who will attack us. So how will we ever defend against them for 6 turns straight, Kirby?
We'll just camp Ike on the green tile. Voila.
Oh, seems pretty good. I mean, is that going to work forever? We have Gaytree counterattacking the soldier. I was just going to ask, why are we doing this?
Ike might have a little bit of trouble. We need some help from Gaytree and Titania. We'll go ahead and kill the soldier here with Gaytree first.
So we kill the soldier with Gaytree. Titania will make use of a skill here called Canto. It's actually a really important skill. So mounted units have a skill called Canto, which means that after they take their action, if they had any move left over, they get to spend their remaining move repositioning after their attack. So Titania moved a little bit to attack the soldier, and then afterwards she can move a bit more. And
we kill that soldier because that soldier attack goes first.
Yeah, exactly.
What attack?
So these archers, what the heck? They attack Shinon? Why did they attack Shinon and not someone else?
Yeah, Shinon kind of pisses people off, literally. He has a skill called Provoke. It does what it sounds like. He provokes enemies into attacking him. So these archers are attacking Shinon even though they can clearly attack Ike instead. Good job, Shinon.
Yeah, so kind of a curious thing happens here where right now, the archers attack Shinon from this 2 range, and then we pick up Reese. And now remember what happened last time. Archers are unable to attack at 1 range. And so all of these archers are stuck at 1 range, and they can't attack anybody. And they're also occupying the only squares that the enemy can use to attack us at 1 range. So literally just everybody is stuck and nobody can attack anybody. So we can just end turn until the map is done. That's how you defend.
It's a hilarious strat. I love this strat. It's hilarious.
Every time it happens, it's nice. Just completely block it. It's like in chess when like the pawns are right head against each other and nobody can attack anyone.
Yeah,
It's just like,
exactly.
what can be done? You just totally got them stuck. I think it happens another time during the run.
Similar, yeah. So defend chapters tend to actually be some of the more interesting maps in the speedrun context, mostly because you can't actually end them early, usually. So you have to find ways to try to cut shortcuts. Yeah, you have to wait. You want to try to minimize time loss. So the strategies for defend chapters in a lot of Fire Emblem speedruns actually tend to be some of the most interesting ones. Because you can't, because like you're not trying to beat the map. That's trivial to do. You're trying to beat it fast.
So speaking of ending maps early, this is also kind of an interesting case in speedrun because this is an arrive, which is basically like a seize. And you'll kind of notice that we kind of like take a lot of really pathetic short moves here at the start and just end turn a bunch. And this is kind of one thing to highlight, difference between speedrun and the other sort of competitive Fire Emblem category, which is low turn count. If what we wanted to do was minimize the amount of turns it took us to accomplish this objective, we would not have taken like 3 or 4 turns to move Titania all these super slow distances. We would have just blitzed at the objective. So why didn't we do that here? Well, on this map, we start off kind of stealthed in the forest and the enemies don't move until we leave. And pressing end turn only takes like 1 second and it gives Titania her entire move back. So we can just kind of like end turn as much as we want and put Titania in the best position possible before like once she has a good launch pad, then we blitz forward at the boss. And that's exactly what we did right here. So this is like the best tile we could have reached from the best launch pad. It took us like 4 turns to get there, but we don't care because it gets us to the boss really quickly.
Don't crit, please.
Oh, don't crit this
Don't
one,
crit,
right?
please. Don't crit.
Why don't you want to crit?
Good waste
death
time.
animations.
Oh, the death animation?
Yep.
Dang.
And then we're going to plant Ike at a really nice spot that avoids like almost all combat. Because this will make all the enemies in the bottom right corner start moving towards us. But aside from that Myrmidon attacking, everything else is just barely almost going to reach us, but not quite. Voila, almost no combat.
They conveniently don't block Titania from reaching the boss, which is also nice.
Yeah, that damage is perfect, by the way. That's why Titania needs experience.
Oh, wow.
We actually gave her a speed wing, which is a +2 speed booster. And the reason we did that is so she can double this boss, because this boss is actually relatively fast. Titania can't double attack him without speed wing.
Yeah, and off of that boss, we actually got a really important item. We got the short spear. And the short spear is one that we're going to employ a lot in this map. It belongs to a special category of weapons in Fire Emblem called 1 to 2 range weapons. So, you know, this entire run, we've been using like swords, which are 1 range. We've been using bows, which are only 2 range. But things like javelins and short spears are 1 to 2 range, so they can attack at 1 or at 2. And this is really important because, you know, it kind of sucks if an enemy attacks you and you can't do anything about it and you can't counterattack. This is Titania using it now, this like comically oversized javelin. It like really sucks if enemies attack you and you can't counterattack. So using this javelin, we're able to just completely sweep the entire map of enemies. Anytime anyone attacks Titania, she just like demolishes them on the counterattack.
And to kind of bounce off of that point, a lot of people in the Fire Emblem community consider Path of Radiance to be what we call an enemy face-oriented game, where enemies are relatively weak and or your units are strong enough that it's easy to just throw a unit in there and have them slaughter everything. So, in other words, the most important factor to a unit is not their actual combat, but whether if they can counter everything. Which you can, well, Ike's literally unequipped, but if he was equipped, he can't counter them anyways, because swords don't have 2 range. Which is why lance users and axe users tend to be really good in games like this, because they have javelins and hand axes, but swords usually don't have that luxury.
Yeah, it's like actually really centralizing in these kinds of games, like which units can actually equip the 1 to 2 range. I will say most 1-2 range weapons don't really have that amazing stats, so occasionally you will need to switch to like a specialized 1 range weapon in order to get a boss kill. But
which we'll do in the next in this turn with Titania, actually.
Yeah, in this exact turn even, because we need to like bust through these 2 armor knights.
Meanwhile, Tempest moment. Oh, 81 hit.
Oh yeah. Before you attack that hand axe fighter, make sure to check his stats. Because he might die.
Oh, this guy.
Yeah. This hand axe has 2 strength, by the way.
Dude, what?
There must be negative bases.
Let's look for other enemies. 6 strength on this soldier, 8 strength on this armor knight, and this fighter just has 2 strength for some reason.
Yeah.
In English version, he has 1 strength.
1? No.
And like, just fun fact. So this is Japanese, so I'll point this out for you. That 13 you see is the weight of the weapon, and if the weight of the weapon is higher than your strength in this game, you lose that much speed.
He just
He
gets
has
slowed down
2
to
strength.
0.
So he loses 11 speed from this hand axe.
Oh my gosh.
Because he
Like,
has 2 strength.
dude, come on. Like, what are you doing? Get out of here. Just bop him already. We don't want to look at this guy anymore.
It's great. Path of Radiance enemies. But yeah, this chapter actually, we mentioned this earlier, but this chapter is like one of the big differences between Japanese and English. Crit, please. Because
Any stats?
enemies in Japanese tend to have higher stats overall, by like 1 or 2 points, and those 1 or 2 points make a huge difference in this chapter. So like, for example, Ike in English version, Ike would have been able to kill that soldier without a counterattack. And these armor knights that Titania is attacking, for example, like that she will attack. That's the lower level one.
Oh, she actually
She
kills
does
the...
13.
Oh, no.
She does 13 times 2 damage to this one, and that's going to leave him at 2 HP. In English version, this would kill. That would kill in English.
That's so bad. Yeah. Like, we really can't overemphasize enough, like, how bad it is when you're even, like, 1 stat short of the benchmark. Because, like, you just lose so much time from the extra animations. It really is, like, a huge tragedy.
Yeah, since you're forced to kill every enemy on the map, it makes a big deal just having 1 extra combat.
Yeah, and especially against armor knights because they have really slow animations. Whereas in English version, Titania can always 1-round KO every single enemy on this map. There is no exception, no matter what stats they roll. Another example, those 2 armor knights near Gatry in the upper left corner, Gatry can 1-round KO one of them with a steel lance in English. In Japanese, you give up on that. That's just impossible. So you just stick with the iron lance for more accuracy and hope he doubles.
Yeah, so we do have, like, Gatry and Shinon up here. The story was, like, for a while, we had to, like, split up. We, like, rescued some princess or another. I don't really know if she's very... Oh, nice crit.
That's the one she couldn't kill, and she crits. You know, we take those, of course.
Wasn't it? That was the 13-13. Isn't this the 13-13 we killed
the
25?
crit was necessary to kill there.
Yeah.
Nice. Very lucky.
This one she would have killed, but yeah. But yeah, so we kind of rescued this princess, and now the entire country of Dane is after us. We're just abandoned mercenaries. Oh no, 2 strength fighter doing 2 damage to Ike. Anyways.
Whoa. Yeah, no, it's kind of like a sort of awkward, scrappy combat in the top left. Like, it's so weird looking at, like, Titania or, you know, later on our other carry who just goes around and, like, demolishes everybody and moves across the entire map. And then we have, like, Gatry and Shinon who move a small distance and then, like, take out half of some guy's HP. He didn't even take out, like, a third. What? He hit him for 7 damage. Like, golly.
Oh, by the way, that would have killed in English without a counter.
Without a counter. Whoa, you're chancing 2 damage, Kirby.
Well, animations. Oh,
That's true. Oh, come on, man.
come on. Okay, well, this is random. Like, the thief can have 19, 20, or 21 HP in Japanese. I think in English it's 19, 20. I don't think I've ever seen him with 21 in English.
Man.
Although Titania can fail to one-shot him. She does 19 or 20 damage because enemy stats are random. So hopefully she doesn't miss.
Yeah, please. It did list her hit rate. It said her hit rate was 84. Is now maybe like a good time to go into 2RN? We might as well.
Why not? Go for it.
So even though it said she has an 84% chance to hit, the way that this game works is that she doesn't actually have an 84. Instead of just like rolling a single number and seeing if it's less than 84, which is like how you would do an 84% chance in any RNG system. Instead, what it does is it rolls 2 numbers and then it averages them to see if it's below. What that generally means is number or hit rates which are above 50% are actually more likely to hit than displayed, and numbers below 50% are actually less likely to hit than displayed. So I think that 84 ends up being about somewhere like what a 94.9
95,
something?
I think.
Yeah.
I think it's around 95.
Yeah, 95 seems about right, yeah.
The general takeaway, like we call this a 2RN game, and most Fire Emblem games released in the West are 2RN. That's basically every game starting with the GBA games until Awakening. And Three Houses is 2RN. Fates, Echoes, and Engage do not use the 2RN system. They use a completely different RNG system that we will not talk about because it's not relevant to this game.
Yeah. It's like crazy. But all you need to know is that like if it says 86%, it's slightly higher, but Kirby still could miss it anyway, so you got to play around it, right?
I mean, yeah, it doesn't change what I'm going to do, but it is good to know like your statistical actual chance. And the reason they lie to you about this is that you've probably seen online how much people complain about Pokemon Thunder missing stuff. People understandably kind of suck at probability, myself included.
I know.
So like the entire point of this system is to like make the hit rates like align more closely to how people perceive it. Because if you see a 90%, you're going to assume it hits. You're not going to think, oh, I have a 1 in 10 chance to miss. You're going to say, oh, that's going to hit. And then when you do have that 1 in 10 chance to miss, then you're going to complain, understandably.
What? You're going to go on the internet, tell everyone about it? I know.
So, like, what happens really is a displayed 90% chance in a 2RN game is actually 98.2, I think.
Yeah, 98.1.
I don't remember if it's 0.1 or 0.2. I have a lot of it memorized, but yeah.
98.1.
You start memorizing this once you look up the table a bazillion times.
Yeah, no.
But on the other hand, like, again, if a hit rate is below 50%, then the actual hit rate's lower than what the game tells you. So, like, a 20% is actually 8.2, for example. And a 40% is actually 32, I think.
Yeah, 32.4.
Yeah.
There you go. So this map was route enemy. It's like why it takes so long. Route is usually the objective that takes the longest by far because you have to kill literally every single enemy on the map. So in order to route efficiently, usually you just try and do as many combats as you possibly can with your strongest unit. I mean, you have to do, n many combats where n is the number of enemies. So you might as well make sure that every single combat that you do results in a kill. So that's pretty much what we tried to do. We snaked Titania around the left and then the center and then the top in order to get every single kill we could. And that's the general approach to the map.
Oh, I wanted to add something about the how long this map takes compared to English, just for comparison. So in Kirby's world record, or current world record for this route, Gatry crit one of the Armor Knights on the left side, which on his first attack too, and Titania crit one of the Armor Knights that she just killed earlier in the middle, which saved about 40 seconds compared to average, I think. So that's quite a big difference just from that. It's so surprising.
Much. Whereas in English, you always 1-round KO.
Yeah.
Like, English probably saves a minute over the average Japanese version of Chapter 7.
Yeah, anyway, so some cool cutscene happens here, and then apparently we're in charge of in charge of the mercenary company. We don't know why. But
no one died. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, nobody important died. Nobody close to us or anything. Anyway, we're in charge of the Grail mercenaries, and this is the first time we interact with the home base mechanic. So, what all happens here? What are we doing?
I menued quickly.
Oh, there we go. So,
yep. Go ahead.
This is a place where we can use one of the mechanics exclusive to Fire Emblem 9 and Fire Emblem 10, which are the games that take place in this universe, and that is called bonus experience. So every time you clear a map, you accrue a resource called bonus XP. And it's kind of exactly what you would think it would be. It's just EXP that you can dole out to any unit at any time. So we're dishing a bunch of it out here to Ike. We're going to spend about half of it, I think. We have 2,000 points, and we're going to spend it until we're at 600 or so. And we're going to spend a lot of it on the Ike, so he doesn't have to fight in order to level up. We just give him the EXP. There's a whole bunch of other mechanics we can do in the base as well. A lot of them will come up later because we don't have access to things like forging or the shops. But you can also move items around here if we want.
Yeah, one other thing to note, I menued really quickly, but I equipped an item called the Night Band, which is an item that's available once you've beaten the game before. And when you equip it, you get a plus 5% boost to your chance of getting strength and defense. I am speedrunning this on fixed growth mode, which we didn't mention, but that means all of your level ups are exactly the same. And that Night Band does make a difference with giving Ike an extra point of strength and defense in the long run. So I have that equipped while I dump a bunch of experience onto him.
Playing on fixed growth's oh, sorry, go ahead, Mute, please.
Yeah, fixed mode is a bit more complicated than that, but yeah, that's just the basic is that you kind of get the same stats always instead of in comparison to standard Fire Emblem, which is almost every game in almost every instance. You just level up, and the game individually rolls every stat to see if the unit gets the stat. And in this game, it actually changes it depending on various things that the unit does before they level up. It's weird and confusing. I don't understand it.
It's unnecessary. It's kind of complicated, but yeah. Engage brought it back, which is pretty awesome.
Yeah, and they did it actual fixed growth mode too. There's not any of this other rubbish that we have in this game, right? It's actual just fixed growths. Oh, there's another defend map we should say, so we're gonna do another archer trick.
Yeah, so one of the ways to cheese this map is to deploy only Ike and camp him on the throne, or the gate that you're trying to defend. And it used to be a speedrun strat. Problem. All those Cavaliers at the bottom, Raisin's already mentioned the cancel ability, where after an action you get to move again. They will cost a lot of time by hitting and running you over and over and over and over again. So what we're going to do instead is just kill all of them with Ike.
Because what you would think is, I just stand on this tile and then 3 enemies attack me per turn. It's actually more 13 or something, because all the calves attack you, and then a whole bunch of longbow boys attack you, and it's ages. It takes forever. So instead, we're just going to kill all the horses, and that leaves only the left and the right side to deal with. So we're gonna see how we deal with that. It'll be pretty funny. I like it a lot.
It's pretty great. I think Gwimpage came up with this. I don't remember off the top of my head. Gwimpage is another runner who primarily runs Atelius games. This game and Radiant on. Cool guy. Recommend giving him a follow. But he's around.
It's such a genius strat. Like, it's the kind of thing that, like, I don't think I would ever be intelligent enough to, like, come up with it myself. But when you look at it, it's like, this is so obviously what you're, like, supposed to do here, right? Like, this just works so well. So we have
we have 2 choke points we have to worry about, and that's a longbow archer, which is really annoying.
I know, he can attack from 3 range, which is, like, such crap.
Yep. Good job, Soren. Lost in your books.
Oh yeah, one thing about Soren there is that Kirby earlier unequipped him, which causes the archer there to attack Soren instead of Boyd. So with the archer, a few chapters ago, blocks all the other enemies from doing anything there very conveniently.
Yeah, so like to talk about the enemy AI in this game and a lot of other Fire Emblem games, enemies really prioritize avoiding taking damage. So like if they can do if they have a choice between doing like 20 damage to a mage versus that can counterattack versus 1 damage to an enemy that can't counterattack, they will do the 1 damage because they can't counter typically.
Yeah, like
later games change this, but yeah.
A whole bunch of exceptions, but that's like the general scheme. So what we do is, of course, they attack Soren, and then we just block them in, so we have the whole situation. And then on this right side, we actually make a quick space. So we like have Titania vacate her space, and that's solely to get out of range of that longbow archer. So now, instead of there being 1 armor knight and 1 longbow archer attacking us, there's just 1 armor knight attacking us.
And then armor knight's attacking Ike repeatedly because Ike is unequipped. The other 2 flunkies nearby are equipped. So the enemy will just constantly attack Ike, even though he's way stronger than Boyd and Oscar.
Sometimes he will attack someone else if he's like low for some reason. I don't really understand it, but that can happen.
Yeah, enemies will usually prioritize a kill if they see it.
Yeah. Fire Emblem targeting AI, especially in Path of Radiance, is always like such an enigma. To be honest, half the time it's like you just learn by like trying it and then seeing what happens, and then you reevaluate on a case-by-case basis whether or not you think they're going to target someone else. There are a few games where the entire targeting parameter is completely known. And in this game, I think it's like there are actually some mysterious components of it remaining still.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, someone did mention in the chat. This map
is Engage. Yeah, they brought this map from Engage.
yeah. They totally copied Engage.
Yep. I think this is the last turn. Don't mind the mage on the left side. She survives. Don't worry about her.
Oh, that's good.
Okay. So that was a very engaging chapter.
Get out of here. Silly person.
All right. We're about to sell a bunch of stuff and then forge something.
Oh, the forge mechanic.
Yeah, the forge mechanic.
Oh boy.
So
we'll keep counter on Titania for stream value. Let's keep it on her for fun.
Come on, yeah. In a normal speed run, so Titania has a skill called counter, which every time an enemy attacks her, she just has a chance to like return some damage back to them. It's like totally pathetic. Like it does like 2 damage back, and she probably would have killed anyway. But it has this
because
whole
they do no
extra
damage to her.
Yeah, it's like they don't do any damage, and then she doesn't do any damage back, and she probably would have killed anyway. And there's an animation, so like obviously you just remove it. But I guess we're gonna keep it on just for fun. Sorry, I totally missed it. Did we forge a weapon?
Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
There we go. We forged an iron sword, right? For sure.
Yeah, that's an iron sword there.
Yeah,
totally an iron sword.
About it. Okay. Oh, we have yellow units. So yellow units are kind of like allies. We don't have direct control over them, but we can give them some like general guidance. Yeah, nice crit. Very lucky. We can give them some like general guidance. Pretty much every single time we just tell them to sit still and do nothing so that we don't have to watch their animations. There we go. Oh, holy crap, nice crit, yeah. Gally,
yeah, we made the yellow units halt because yellow units moving around just costs a lot of time. So
yeah, like why would you want them to ever do anything?
She might crit. Oh, nice. Ooh, okay,
pretty good.
Pretty good. I kind of wonder if she's gonna struggle with the armor knights.
Yeah, I don't know.
You're seeing the fact that she can't counter.
The Slimline Smite is kind of low.
Yeah. Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
It's pretty good.
Nice crit.
You can just double with that.
All right, cool.
Pretty good, yeah. Oh, we can't kill this one unless we crit both times, I think. Like, we just saw the map.
Yeah.
So, that would never happen.
What was that, like 5-6 crits in a row?
Yeah, no, it's got to stop at some point, right?
Oh no, I think the gods are shining down upon us right now. The Fire Emblem gods with all these crits.
Well, you paid your uncle at Nintendo, right? He just like fixed this game up for you.
Yeah, my uncle totally works at Nintendo.
That's right.
I have totally a modded version. Yeah, totally the skill stat.
So, by the way, this map is a C's map, which means that we need to get Ike to the objective ASAP. But we're kind of like
here.
Yeah, we're kind of dilly-dallying with Ike, and the reason for that is there should be a unit entering the map soon-ish. There she is right now. So this is that pink-haired Pegasus Knight whom we saved about a couple chapters ago. And this is Marcia. She is a flying unit, so, you know, unlike Titania or Ike, she just completely ignores all of the terrain. She can kind of go wherever she desires, with like some exceptions, but that's the general gist of it. So pretty much the entire rest of the scheme is because her movement is just so tremendously better than literally everything else we have, and by a lot, we're just basically going to use her to do all the rest of the combat of the game.
Yeah, so jokes aside, the Japanese version has a exclusive glitch to forging weapons, which when you forge a weapon, you can alter its stats, including the might, the hit, the weight, for some reason, and also the crit. And you can increment or decrement the crit rate by 3, and the Slim Lance has a innate crit rate of 5. So if you decrement it by 6, then it goes down to -1, the game says 0, and it underflows to 255. So Titania is using a Slim Lance with 9 might and 255 crit, which is very funny.
Yeah. It's really good until we run into the enemy with 160 luck, right? So
yeah, it's also a little scary when you don't one-shot an enemy and the enemy has counter. Like this one.
No. Oh, yeah, counter. Ugh,
yeah,
gross.
He has counter. So yeah, he's gonna do, again, counter is a skill divided by 2% chance of activating. And if he activates counter on our 36 damage, because crits are triple damage, Titania takes 18 damage. And if he hits Titania with his Night Killer, that's 15 more damage. That is 33 damage he takes, although Titania miraculously dodged literally everything.
Wait, what?
That never happens.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, she dodged literally everything. Like, she pretty much always has a chance to die in this chapter in the Japanese version.
Yeah,
Because the benchmark for her to survive is 34 HP or higher, whereas in the English version, it's 24 HP or higher. So, like, in the Japanese version, she always has a chance to die. Almost always.
My goodness, what the heck? Like,
That's why I saved.
saved.
That's literally why I saved, yeah.
I was extremely lucky there, yeah.
How is this ever a problem? It's like, oh, wait, she just literally dodged every single... Like, we were joking about getting lucky crits, so we just completely missed that you were getting, like, insanely lucky dodges. What the heck?
Yeah, she was... Wait, what's her biorhythm?
Biorhythm?
It was biorhythm
low?
was bad. It was low early. What?
Get out.
And she dodged everything.
Dude. What?
Okay, it's neutral now, but it was low before.
It was low.
Yeah, biorhythm's a mechanic where it's your biorhythm is random. Every unit's biorhythm is random at the start of a map. It can be bad or neutral or good. If it's good, you get a plus 5% hit and avoid bonus, and vice versa at bad. So the fact that Titania dodged literally everything at bad biorhythm is hilarious.
Yeah, anyway, we get paid 20,000 gold by some cat boys. No, seriously, this will just happen.
Like, not even joking, yep.
Yeah, no, that's serious.
One cat boy, but yes.
Wait, it really was all Ranulph's money?
I don't remember actually, but whatever.
Okay. So here we very briefly deploy Leith and Mordecai, and then we undeploy them. This is kind of a theme in some... Actually, that's a really complicated thing to get into. Let's talk about this map instead.
Yeah, this is a stealth chapter, where the story lore is that we want to try to recruit more units by breaking them out of prison. We're going to ignore them. So goodbye, Nephany, Kieran, and an Armor Knight.
An Armor Knight.
Yeah, an Armor Knight.
Yeah.
And a random priest that's totally not sus at all.
Yeah, not at all. Ignore the incredibly high stats and the special skill that makes him completely invincible.
Yeah, like this guy right here.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. Don't mind.
Just 29 magic.
Don't mind a capped magic skill and resistance with 30 luck.
Oh, but he's really weighed down by his weapons, so you know.
Totally not sus. So yeah, so this is a stealth mission, and you are detected if you end your turn in range of any of these 3 scouts. And if that happens, then reinforcements spawn, and you have to fight your way out. But if you clear this map, which is an escape objective, and do it without getting detected at all, then you get a lot of bonus experience, and that is exactly what we're doing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it really is the double threat of not only do you get tons of bonus XP, but you also get out of the map really quickly, which is kind of nice, right? So,
Like, even if it weren't for the bonus experience, this would probably be faster. than actually fighting, because like I know a bunch of reinforcements spawn right here if you get detected.
It turns into like an actual map, right? Like you have to actually do like a ton of combat. I always wondered like what was the story behind this map, because like why are we in prison and why can't we just escape? You know, like
we just escaped without recruiting anyone. So there we go.
We like go into the prison and then we're just like, let's just leave the prison. Like why were we even here to begin with?
How'd they not even know we were here? When we like walked in.
How are we at like the very end of the prison as well? Like don't prisons usually have like one entrance? Does this one just have two and it's like a big tunnel? Maybe that's actually what happened. We like took a tunnel and then like in the tunnel they decided to build a prison as well. I really don't know. Oh, this is Marcia, by the way.
Yep. So if you want to see the crit Forge Glitch in action, this is where the crit originally was. It's 5 crit, bring it on to 0. Now it's 255.
And people kind of meme that like the Japanese speedrun really is just cheating because it keeps on like making these crit forged lances. The thing that like people don't really mention, however, is that they are absurdly expensive, and like you actually do kind of run out of gold in the Japanese speedrun. Like you do not have a whole lot of money at all.
Yeah, that's one of like 3 huge factors in why it doesn't actually change the speedrun as much as people think, because like money is a huge issue. Forges cost double money in Japanese versus English. We literally cannot afford more forges, and you get less money. Another factor is slim lances are actually really weak. So even at capped might, it's only 9 might compared to like a steel lance, which is like a steel forge can have like 13, 14 might, for example. So like, and that really bites you in the butt. And lastly, we talked about how this is an enemy face oriented game where you really want 1 to 2 ranged weapons in order to counter everything. Slim forges do not counter everything; they are 1 range. So we actually want to avoid using this weapon a lot of times because it can't counter range enemies.
So we have 2 of them because like we're probably going to use it about 60 times over the course of the game, or about 70 times over the course of the game. We just kind of have it planned out when we're going to use the lance. Right now, what we're doing is we're using the bonus XP mechanic to just completely power up Marcia, who is our flying unit. So ordinarily, the theme of flyers is that, you know, yeah, they're very maneuverable and can go wherever they like freely, but they have kind of poor stats. So we're going to get over that by just going like 15 levels over what the enemy is. And then it doesn't matter that we have like poor stats for our level because we're just 15 levels over the enemy. And that's basically going to be like how we get through the entire game.
You're kind of not supposed to promote anyone at this point, but we're promoting someone like 7 chapters earlier than like when you're expected to.
I was gonna say I think Marcia's base stats are actually not that bad. She's kind of like a little bit higher compared to some other Pegasus Knights even, and also like has relatively high strength compared to like the GBA Pegasus Knights from what I remember.
I think she has like base 9 or 10 strength off the top of my head. I don't remember.
I feel like that's pretty good for this point in the game. But,
yeah, and she's relatively bulky too. Like she's not tanky, but like she's not squishy like the GBA Pegasus Knights.
Yeah.
Anyways,
die.
You know, here we go. We got to promote a Marcia. The game's over.
Yeah, game's basically
time for awakening. Time for awakening.
Yeah, no. See you guys in an hour.
Yep.
But yeah, this is the promotion mechanic. In Fire Emblem, there are 2 tiers of classes. There's the beginner class, there's like the basic tier classes, which is what like Ike and Boyd and Oscar and all these other units occupied. And then there's the promoted classes, which is what Marcia just entered. When you enter a promoted class, you very importantly get more move, which is like super critical. Obviously for speedrun, we want to reach the objective as fast as possible. And you also just get like a huge boost to all of your stats. Like it's really tremendous, the difference between a promoted unit and an unpromoted unit. And we're going to show that up here. So Ike will move here. We pick up Ike using the rescue command. We never really went over what this command is. But basically, every unit can pick up other units and just carry them with them in the same tile. In the case of mounted units like Marcia and Titania, they can actually just like move really far. They can just extend Ike's movement by a ton. So Marcia just uses her completely superior movement to ferry around Ike to this tile. The objective is to arrive at this. We're going to kill the Armonite with 1 unit, and then arrive with Ike.
Yep, and nobody moved on the first 2 turns because literally nobody can reach Marcia because there aren't any flying enemies. So
yeah, there's just this convenient river through the map where nobody can reach, which is nice, I guess.
I did give 1 level up to Ike because Ike needs to hit a certain strength benchmark to make there's like a Cavalier like that's 2 below 1 right of Marcia. That Cavalier will block you if Ike hasn't hit a certain strength benchmark because enemy AI shenanigans. I don't know.
Yeah, again,
and if he blocks you, you're screwed. So
yeah, the AI is like pretty mysterious sometimes, but again, you just kind of like learn on a case by case basis what things work and don't work. Oh, you just killed the Armor Knight, nice. This is where the one shot comes in really handy.
She usually doesn't one shot him because enemy stats are random, but we got a one shot, which is really nice because it saves animations and also what's it called? Slim Port Jesus.
Oh yeah, pretty handy. I think he's like it's pretty important how many Slim 4 juices you have at any given point because you might need to switch it out for the new one.
Yep. All right, we're gonna recruit a very useful thief here.
What's up, Soth?
What's up, Soth?
I guess we didn't recruit the other one, so. Wait a minute, why didn't we recruit the other one?
Yes, we did.
We did recruit him, yep.
Oh, we recruited both, okay. I was like, what?
The Volk's recruitment is just like yes or no at the start of the prison map, I think.
Doesn't it default to yes?
It defaults to yes, so I
yes.
just smash.
I guess so, yeah. Why would you ever say no? Maybe there's like a shorter dialogue, who knows? But I don't know.
Yeah, so this is a route chapter. And we're introduced to bird lagoos, and they fly. And you're kind of not supposed to have a really broken flyer because the only unit that can fly at this point is Marsha. But we kind of have a Marsha that can just kill everything and fly around and end the chapter really early.
Yeah, this is a map that's like really different casually versus speedrun because casually you're kind of like stuck on this boat and you're defending it until like a ton of birds. And here's the thing, there's the birds who are on the map now. If you kind of play the map slowly, there's like a ton of reinforcements. There's like 10 extra birds who show up and attack the boat all at once, right? And so in casual, you just sat there.
I think one of them sponsored the droppable secret book, which would be really nice, but not worth it.
We never get it, so. But instead what we do, because the map's objective is route, which is just to kill all the enemies, is we just run at the enemies and try and kill them before any of the reinforcements show up. So instead of spending a ton of time defending the boat, we just kind of like move over here and kill the boss.
Yep. So, fun fact, English version does a 2-turn, Japanese does 3-turn.
Ah, yeah.
Because in the English version, we enemy phase the boss because we can't kill him in one hit anyways. And in Japanese version, we kill him in one hit, so we were better off killing him on player phase to avoid a counter.
Yeah. Well, especially important to avoid a counter because he has a special skill called Corrosion, I believe. And oh no!
Play his miracle anyway.
He also says Miracle.
Okay,
oh, thank gosh. Oh my god.
Oh,
Oh my
what?
goodness.
No! Oh my goodness!
Double miracle!
Double miracle, dude!
Wait, what is his miracle chance?
11% each.
Oh my
Flies
goodness!
oh my god!
Dude! Oh my gosh! Watch him do it again. Yeah, so, he has 2 skills. So the first is Corrosion, which is like, when he hits you.
Okay, thanks for the secret book, I guess.
Oh, yeah, thanks.
Oh, okay.
So that's
There's no
the secret book
reinforcements.
that we really wanted. Yeah, that's like the only reinforcement.
I need to.
Please. Oh, thank God. Oh my goodness, dude.
So that's 1, 2, 3 extra Slim Port Jesus I used up. 2 because I got lucky with the Armor Knight before. So
Does that matter?
I'm kind of keeping track for chapter 17.3. It should be fine for now, though. So we'll worry about that later. But yeah, double 11%. Cool.
Yeah, wow. Yeah, we're keeping track of it because Fire Emblem Path of Radiance has a weapon durability mechanic. So the Slim Lance has 35 uses, and literally every time you hit an enemy, it uses up 1 use, and when you get to 0, it just breaks. So we need to kind of like keep track of how many Slim Lance uses we have left because we don't want them all to break, or we don't want it to break at an inconvenient time. And apparently, chapter 17-3 is the chapter where like it is going to really matter. So Kirby Master's just going to try and like keep track of it. One of the skills that boss that we just fought had is actually Corrosion, and when he hits you, he can just like drain a ton of uses off of your weapon, which like really sucks.
I don't remember how much though.
Happen. I think it's like 4 or 5. I want to say.
That's pretty significant.
Yeah, no. Like considering that we're like sitting here like taking notes over losing an extra 2, like losing just 5 out of nowhere would be pretty disastrous. I can imagine.
Worst case scenario, I can use the Killer Lance instead in like a later map, but obviously that kind of sucks if it happens.
Yeah, no.
Okay, so this is a really interesting chapter because this is a defend chapter, but this chapter can end early by turn 7, I think, if there are no more enemy units on the map. So what are we gonna do? We're gonna have to kill every single one of them, but there's also a kind of 2 other side objectives we want to meet. We want to rescue every single green unit so they don't waste time. And we also want to grab every single chest because there's going to be a bunch of Raven Lagoos that after turn 5, they're going to start going after the chests. But if all the chests are opened, then they will retreat, saving time.
They just show up and immediately leave. It's kind of funny.
So we have Volk, our thief, deployed to just help grab some chests, and Marsha, Titania have been carrying some chest keys around this entire run. It's just for this chapter, basically. Hi, Astrid.
What's up?
Hi,
Yeah,
Gatry.
Astrid's this cool bow knight.
Eat.
See you. Oh, we
Eats.
get our blue armor knight back, yeah. This chapter's like
All right.
pretty involved. Isn't there like a bunch of stuff to do with the green units as well?
Yeah, so we've rescued every single ingredient but one. I also dumped a bunch of bonus experience into Marsha. There's 2 reasons for that. One, nice crit. Well, without the secret book, we hit 20 skill, this crit formula is skill divided by 2. So 20 crit just gets you up to 10 base crit. And we want crits because it cuts on the animations. And the other reason is we want to hit 20 strength because 20 strength is the benchmark with the Forged Javelin to one-hit KO almost all of these Myrmidons, guaranteed. Although if she's... Did I equip
Just
the
critting
Javelin?
everywhere. Yeah, that's the javelin.
Yeah, you attacked
Oh, I'm
it
just
through
getting
range, I
lucky.
think.
Yeah, no, yeah, she did attack. Okay, I just got really lucky then. Okay.
There you go. Just a bunch of crits. No.
Yeah, I think that Myrmidon's a little higher level, so she has a chance to not one-hit KO him, but we got lucky, so. And we... Oh, no, that's the high level
That's
one.
the
Okay.
guy. Okay.
Yep.
That kind of stinks.
Yeah, well. But I think I saved 2 Javelin uses, which is nice, because that's going to be helpful for Chapter 17-1, the Seren's Forest arc. Crit.
Please. Oh, come on, man.
All right. So again, we're kind of taking our time in a sense. We don't care about routing the enemy in as few turns as possible, because we don't care about turns as long as we route them by turn like 7. But we do want to try to avoid animations as much as possible. So we're trying to pick off enemies that would move around and waste time, and try to not engage with any stationary enemies until we can just pick them off on player phase to avoid their counter, basically. Because there are some enemies that are just stationary in this map.
I think the spear fighters on each bridge are like that. So I'm gonna go ahead and pick up the last green unit. So picking up the green units is pretty important. After the usual turn order is we have a turn, the enemies have a turn, and then actually the green units have a turn. But if you just rescue all of the green units, then it just skips that turn entirely, which obviously saves tons of time. Right? Not only because you skip their actions, but because you even skip the turn enter animation thing.
I think
Are
we
you sure?
don't skip
Does
the
it do
other
that?
phase animation
Really?
in this game. Some games do. I don't know if that's the case in here.
If it still exists, I don't think it would skip it.
We're about to find out, because you can tell I really pay attention to this.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Another thing is that Kirby moved Gatri in front of the defend pile there. That's actually very important because if you don't do that, the halberdier seizes the defend pile and you get a game over. So
Yeah, this is a defend chapter. Remember, the original objective of this map is to defend. I think anyone who's played this game more than once has done that on accident before.
It just left the tile wide open.
Yeah, forgetting.
the halberdier doesn't normally move, so it would surprise you definitely.
Yeah, I'll point it out once I have control again. That's a mage, and that mage is attacking at 1 range because the only tile he can attack 2 range attack Titania at 2 range is blocked, which is convenient. Mages suck because magic animations cost a lot of time.
Oh, they last freaking forever.
Yeah. By the way, this is a defense tile.
Yeah,
And
there you go.
if the Gatry is not here, then this nerd here will just go in and make you game over, or random Raven. So I've had both happen to me before.
But the ravens can't fly over? I don't know how that
The
works.
Ravens will seize. If there's a Raven here, they will fly over here and seize.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you have to be wary of that too.
It's something where it seems like you just obviously would never let it happen, but every now and then it's just there's so many other things going on. You're they would never just go for the tile. They totally do.
They do. Yeah.
They totally do. You feel like a real dunce too. It's oh well, duh. Of course that would happen.
Right. But yeah, just kind of chilling. Seems like Scream is down.
Yeah, I think there's some issues.
Dream got wrecked. Yeah. I'm sure our tech
Seeing
people
lots of
are on
Fs.
Yeah, just keep going. You're good.
it. Okay,
Just keep going. Oh, very good. Okay.
As you
okay.
say. All right.
As you say. Blame Etchy.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
The runner right now, they got the fire hydrants or the. For sure.
Okay.
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 Got
The
it.
GDQ stream or my stream? Okay.
It came back from me.
Yeah, it's
If
been coming
I paused
back
and
and
it
then not coming back. Yeah.
Back. Oh, hiccups happen.
There we go.
Welcome back.
We're back.
All right,
Someone in chat said GDQ left the defense tile open, right? So
Good job, GDQ. Well, I hope GDQ learned a lesson.
I know.
Yeah. Sorry
What did you
about that,
miss?
everybody.
It happens. What did you miss? You missed Marsha killing this archer boss at one range who can't
Yeah,
counter
she killed
himself.
Chuck. So
Yeah.
Norris.
Because his name is Norris in English. So that's a joke. So yeah, those two enemies up there are stationary. That's why we're not like trying to rush killing them, because we'd rather burn a turn and wait to kill them to avoid their animation than try to kill them in fewer turns. So now we'll just go ahead and bonk them. Yeah. Oh, I forgot to get this with Volk.
yeah, there we go. Yeah, these chests are like kind of good. They have stat boosters. So we just picked up a speed wing, we picked up an energy drop, and those things increase your speed and strength respectively by 2. We mentioned like how absolutely critical it is that you have enough of these stats in order to like kill the enemies. So picking these up is pretty nice. Oh, and all the ravens just decide to leave.
Oh, we don't
Yeah,
use
we
them,
actually
though.
never use the speed wing. We use the energy drop, but not
yeah.
the speed wing. But normally, in a typical playthrough, those 2 stat boosters are like some of the most important ones, useful ones. So definitely worth it. All right, now we're finally off the boat chapters. We're finally finished playing Gaiden.
Now we're into the
So-
desert chapters, right?
Soon.
Oh, you're right. This is a different one.
Yep. So this is an interesting chapter. This is a defeat boss map, and you would think the best thing to do is to have Marsha just yeet and kill the boss, and that takes 3 turns, and that's fast. We're not going to do that. We're going to take a bit of a detour here and not give a high 5 to Marsha's brother, Makalov. Instead, burn. I think this is about a 20-second detour. We're going to visit a village in the upper left corner to get a skill called Vantage. We'll explain what it does later. But for now, just know that it's a pretty big time save and it's worth it.
Yeah, and for comparison in English, you actually do just run to the boss and kill him, but it's different here.
Because the Vantage scroll costs a lot more time to get in English and Japanese.
Yeah, they destroy the Spirit Dust Village, unfortunately.
But there's Vantage. So
go.
we say goodbye to Marsha's brother.
Bye, Makalov.
Bye, Makalov.
One of the most beloved characters in all Fire Emblem.
Yeah, very beloved.
Everyone likes that guy.
Yeah, more popular than Ike. Or more
True.
popular than Ike, I mean.
And now we face Gashi Lama. And we'll just bonk him with a crit. Yeah.
Oh, we don't even drop Ike. We just kill him. Okay.
No, yeah, you don't need to double him.
Yeah,
That's why this is actually a lot slower in English to get the Vantage, because Marsha can't double him.
Oh, true.
And you can't one-shot him in English. So this is one of those chapters where the crit force glitch makes a really big difference, actually.
Well, it also makes a pretty big difference with the Vantage scroll itself, right? So
And also,
Okay,
she can survive.
now we're in the desert chapter. Feel free to explain desert mechanics, because this will not last long.
Oh, yeah. So desert chapters are kind of a staple of this era of Fire Emblem. And they all have a couple themes, namely, like, your movement really sucks unless you're, like, a thief or a flyer. So we're mostly going to use Marsha and our thief. And also, there's always, like, buried treasure inside the sand. So, like, if you go onto certain tiles, you'll just, like, find treasure. The only really important one that we're getting in is in the top center. Volk is kind of running to it now. It's the boots. And the boots will increase your movement by 2. Don't ask me how, like, boots equips, like, on a Pegasus increases their movement by 2. I don't know if they, like, equip it on their front hooves or their back hooves. Maybe, like, Marsha equips them. I don't know, but it makes her fly faster.
Good job, Soth.
Oh, Soth gets the... Oh, that's the... Oh, no
He
way.
is the guard. Oh, he doesn't know. Oh, man.
Your Raisins doesn't know.
The guard. I was like, we're not getting any of this other crap. And then you pick up the guard scroll.
Fun fact, that skill is actually called Cancel in Japanese, which is the same name as the Cancel skill in Radiant Dawn, which does the same thing. They just changed the name in English for whatever reason.
It's likely a localization error. Like, they made a lot... there's a good number of localization errors in Path of Radiance and Radiant Dawn, but
Yeah.
that's okay. So, what are we doing? We're giving Vantage to Marsha and Guard to Marsha. What do they do? Vantage makes it so you always attack first an enemy face. Very good, because if you're using a 255 crit weapon and you kill the enemy in one hit, you kill them before they attack you. That's a huge time save. Also, like in other cases, sometimes we'll use like a 1 to 2 range weapon against mages and kill them before they attack, which is huge because magic animations cost a lot of time.
Yeah, it just steals their attack animation completely. What is what was the last one? Guard, you said?
Guard. Yep. So guard gives you a skill percent chance to, assuming you hit, make the enemy not attack. So this is very useful. If on it goes well with Vantage, because if you activate Vantage and attack an enemy first and activate guard, they can't attack you either. So it doesn't matter if you're going to one-hit KO the enemy, but in cases where you don't one-hit KO the enemy, you have a roughly 1/4 chance to make the enemy not attack you anyways. This is a chance-based skill. I recently timed this to be faster last weekend. It costs about 15 to 16 seconds to get South, get guard, assign it, and replace it later. But on average, it saves 19 seconds over the course of the run. So if you have average luck, it's a net time save of 3 seconds. If you get unlucky, you're not going to save time. But if you get lucky, you'll save a lot more.
And this was like a relatively recent development too, was it? Like
last weekend. I spent like 12 hours on Saturday and Sunday each timing this.
Yeah, like literally
was not
less
fun.
than a week ago.
It was not fun.
Yeah, but now you're canceling counters everywhere, right? So every time it pops up.
Hopefully.
Quote unquote everywhere.
There you go. Well, you got that skill book, didn't you?
I did get the skill book,
we have
which
cap
is
skill,
relevant.
I guess maybe that didn't matter.
We have 25 skill normally here. So it gave us 1 skill.
1 percentage point difference.
The secret book.
Yeah.
All right, so this is a Seas map, and we kind of have to go around to get to the throne here. And what we're going to do is shocker, having Marsha carry Ike, but also having Titania carry Volk. By the way, I forged plus 20 hit on Titania's 255 crit Slim Lance just for this turn, because her hit rate on these mercenaries, Myrmidons kind of sucks. Nice counter.
Nice.
Because we mentioned the rescue mechanic. There is a downside to it. When you are rescuing someone, your skill and speed stats are halved, meaning your accuracy goes down to butts. And meaning Titania's accuracy with the Slim Lance kind of sucks unless you give it hit. Plus 20 hit makes it so she has 100 hit on these Myrmidons, even if they all have good biorhythm and Titania has bad biorhythm. And I mentioned that because the hit rate routing is like incredibly tight in this run.
Yeah, no, like in order to get this plus 20 crit on the Slim Lance, I'm certain you had to give up something else on some other place, right?
I found a way to balance it out so that like every relevant forge has 100 hit on all the relevant enemies, but barely. Like it barely works out.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's an example of Vantage coming up. Well, not that.
Yeah. You can't even counterattack. So here it is. The Vantage.
Here it is. See ya. It would be really funny if Marsha missed there, because again, her hit rate's like 85 right now.
Yeah, I mean, I guess
here's Vantage, miss.
Yeah.
Here's Vantage. Woo!
Doesn't even do anything.
And because of Vantage, this makes this layout quite a bit faster, because now 2 Armor Knights are going to attack Marsha, and they're just going to die before they attack. And Armor Knight animations are very slow.
Also guarded him.
Yeah. Because these Armor Knights would attack, if we leave these alive, they would attack Marsha and or Titania again next turn. Which is very slow, because Armor Knights animations are very slow.
Yeah, do we ever mention the Armor Knight animations are slow?
Yeah.
Maybe.
I don't think we mentioned that before. Can you say that again?
Yeah, no. I'll bring it up next time we fight an Armor Knight.
Okay.
So.
Sure.
Oh, that's this turn.
It's like right now.
So. Yeah, right. But this is kind of a layout you see pretty commonly in Path of Radiance and Radiant Dawn speedruns, where you kind of have like 2 units.
Oh my.
Is she okay?
She's
okay. Well,
she's fine. She's fine.
Yeah.
2 units where one of them's equipped and the other one is unequipped, because countering and or killing stuff costs time. But you also need to make sure that like whoever you're carrying has a path to the throne. So Marsha here is equipped to make sure that like we can kill stuff and have the path open, so I can seize. Oh, there we go. There's an Armor Knight. Did you know their attack animations are slow?
Yeah, I know. It's a good thing we saved it with Vantage.
Yep. Good job, Vantage.
There we go. Oh, what's up, Mordecai?
I have a crit. Bonk.
Boom.
Yeah, we haven't seen guard actually be useful in this map, and it's not useful in this map because we one-shot everything. But it will be useful next map, hopefully.
Incredible. We get the spear. So we don't have a thief to break down the store. I guess we do, but we just like bust it down with a weapon anyway, I guess. And then we do need the thief to open up this chest, which has the full guard. So this is an item that when you hold it, you negate any kind of like super effective damage that enemies attack you with. Ordinarily, flyers such as Marsha are weak to bows. There are a couple other things too, like horses are weak to horse killing weapons and Lagoos are weak to Lagoos killing weapons. It's mostly here for Marsha though. So basically any archers who attack Marsha, if she has the full guard equipped, instead of having like a super effective attack, they'll just have like a normal attack. So, and it does help like pretty tremendously at various points in the run.
Okay, time for a 4-part chapter. I guess I'll save just to be safe. I don't need these saves.
Kind of a lot of preps, yeah.
All right, so this is a route chapter. This is a 4-part chapter. This is part 1. That will be part 2. That'll be part 3. And that'll be part 4. This is the objective of this map is to route, and this is a map where I kind of need to keep a close eye on Marsha's forged javelin uses. She has exactly 18, and that is exactly enough to clear everything out in this map. Worst case scenario. 17 is still pretty reliable, but like, if it breaks, if you don't have enough forged javelin uses, you take 3 turns to clear this map. And yeah, I know that we said that we don't care about turns, but a 3rd turn means reinforcements, and that's terrible. And the reason why this kind of is relevant is because those Mermaid sword fighters that attack Marsha, their stats are random. Enough to the point where Marsha has a chance to not want to KO them. So, but she did want to KO the first Mermaid, so this isn't an issue. Guard! Let's go!
Let's go! Huge!
Let's go! Guard!
Getting so many guards so far. We got like 5, I think, so far.
And almost none of them are useful until that one.
Wait, what kind of animation did we just cancel?
Is the red
Armor Knight.
thing?
Yeah, an Armor Knight. They're really slow.
Yeah, they're really slow.
Oh, this one has a lot of HP. Oh, no crit, no
we
guard.
used the thicket. What a genius, dude.
Oh, he hit her. That's funny. 1
Yeah.
damage.
The
Fun
thicket
fact,
actually
Marsha getting hit is faster than Marsha dodging. Marsha dodging costs about 0.2, 3 seconds.
Yeah, Path of Radiance units have these like really dramatic dodge
Like,
animations.
look at that. Look at how she like slowly floats back into place when she dodges.
It's like, dude, just get hit already. Like, come on.
Well, she's not getting hit, but yeah.
Yeah. So we need 5 forged javelin uses here. We're going to be at like 8 or 9, I think.
There we go.
I didn't
Nice.
look at it. I'm sure it'll be fine. So. And there's one more chance for guard or crit to be useful because those other enemies near Marsha will die in 1 hit except for the promoted enemy. So we're hoping for advantage crit or advantage guard.
Yeah, the Killer Lance Halberdier at the top, I think.
Yep.
Which we will use as Killer Lance. Why we use the Killer Lance if we have a 255 crit Slim Lance? Well, but that's because Slim Lance uses are expensive. We need to conserve them. Especially after Seeker of Double Miracle Dust.
Yeah. I mean, at least he didn't corrosion, right? Like,
Nah, yeah, he did in corrosion.
gotta
so
counter
it's
lucky
fine.
stars.
Oh, no guard.
Come on, no guard.
Come on.
Did we get on the
Feet.
Guard
second
the
hit?
second. Yeah, really handy there. Thanks, Marsha. Okay, yeah. Put that javelin in convoy. Now we're going to 17.
That 4 javelin's done.
This is the
17-2,
hardest of the 4-part maps for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So chat. Here's a tip on how to speedrun this game. Start with this chapter.
Uh-huh. This is the
Start with this
hardest
chapter, okay? Yeah, this is a very difficult chapter.
Yeah, anyway, you go here where the enemies can't reach you.
Go here.
Oh, go here. Oh, the enemies can't reach you there either. That's pretty cool.
Oh yeah, that's convenient.
That's nice. Oh, you're supposed to arrive at that blue tile, by the way. Go here. The enemies can reach you, but like...
Oh, they can reach us. Dang.
Dude, what honestly, dude, just restart the whole run. It's like so dead.
Yeah, we might as well
I
just
know.
restart the run.
As
Get
we
out.
saw an animation. Oh, no.
Yeah, embarrassing.
Embarrassing.
I know. GDQ is like, why did we let this on our show? Like, dude,
I know.
seriously.
Actually, why do you have me on the show anyways?
Yeah, seriously.
I'm playing so slowly.
Gosh.
All right, map done.
There we go. All right, see you.
Wait, what? What?
Yeah. Out of here.
Get out of here.
It'll be a nice contrast to
All
the
right.
next map.
Yeah,
Oh.
this map is legitimately very long.
10
is
turn
a-
defend chapter.
10 turn defend chapter. And
All right, but this is a strat I found like 3 days ago, by the way.
oh, show us.
And so new strats. All right,
Okay.
so our original strat was to have Ike like go here, then like here, then like here, and just hide for like 7 turns.
Yeah.
Instead, it turns out it's a lot faster to delay that and instead put Marsha in range of all 3 of those mages and kill all of them on turn 1.
Okay. What's the
Because
idea?
you know the lesson, right?
Oh.
What animations are really slow besides Armor Knights?
Mages.
Mages. Yep. Barely in range. In range. In range.
No way.
So
That's
they will
so
all
clever.
die. They'll all die in turn 1. Ike is out of range of everything besides that one fighter who he'll just kill anyways with a 255 crit sword. And the first mage, Marsha, will always 1 KO. The other 2, she has a chance to not 1 KO.
But okay. I was about to say
We would 1 KO anyways.
Yeah, we killed anyway.
But if she
right.
doesn't 1 KO, she can proc guard, which saves time.
Hey, we've had one guard proc.
One useful guard proc, yep.
That's true. Yeah, this is like a huge strat, actually. It's really
This saves
good.
about 20 seconds, yeah.
Golly, that's so
Which
good.
is quite a bit.
No guard, no damage. Yeah, look at that long fire animation. Holy smokes.
Of course, second hit guard.
Yeah, no, never will. We're gonna be like, yo, we're trying out this new guard strat, and it's just gonna like totally lose time. Like seriously.
So if I had enough Slim Forge uses, 14 at least, then I would use the Slim Forge on turn 2 to get the guaranteed crit animation and save time, but I'm at 11 uses, not 14. So I can't afford to use it here. So I'm going to have to rely on the Killer Lance instead and hope for crits to save time. And we're prioritizing this Archer because he has a Venom Bow. And you know what animations are slow? Poison animations.
Oh, goodness, yeah.
And this layout here is specifically so that one soldier can reach Ike, which we want, but the other one cannot. That's the one that can't reach Ike. So we have Marsha hopefully Vantage crit, but she failed. And just kill him. We want one soldier to just follow Ike, because if we kill the soldier, then the enemy that's going to attack Ike like 6 times in a row is going to be a Myrmidon. That's bad, because a Myrmidon doubles Ike. Because Ike's speed is half right now, due to story reasons.
Yeah,
and getting doubled is no bueno.
This chapter is a bit harder. You might be wondering, why aren't we just like picking up Ike with Marsha like we always do? Because as part of the story, we kind of like found this like Heron woman. And so we're having to like rescue her and carry her around. And Ike decided that he, the infantry unit, will take it upon himself to, you know, personally hold and safeguard this unit at all times. Never mind, like we have this amazing fire Marsha who could have done it instead, maybe. But I don't know. We decided to hold her with Ike. But this means that we cannot rescue Ike, because you can't rescue a unit who's already rescuing someone else, which is a total pain in the butt.
All right, how's your day? How's your day going?
Yeah, I know. We literally have to sit here for like what, 6 turns?
Yep. What are you having for dinner?
Gosh, I don't know.
I had some pasta with vodka sauce like just before this, so I want to like get super hungry.
Very nice. Cooked it yourself?
Yeah, I just had it myself.
Cook. What the heck?
Holy hell! Yeah, my cooking is basically just throw everything in a pot of boiling water. I mean, it works. Gets the job done.
It goes pretty well, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
also
my parents invited me to a restaurant, and I was like, no, I got to do GDQ, but I think they're going to give me takeout.
What kind of restaurant?
To be honest, I have no idea, but I don't know. I'll see when they get home with the takeout. I'll be like, oh, thank you.
I didn't know you lived with your parents unless you're visiting.
You know. So we just sit here and wait for this. Oh, sorry, Mute. I totally interrupted you.
Oh,
Yeah.
I was gonna say the reason, part of the reason.
Is Mute okay?
Test.
Did we mute?
Do we mute on accident?
That's her name, not instructions. What the heck? Okay, now we
I think mute is muted. Yep.
We'll never know
okay.
what Mute had for dinner.
We'll never know what she had to say. That's okay.
I know.
She'll come back with her answer for dinner later.
I know. We'll be like mid with her really intense map. Like, anyway, I ate this. Like, just
By the
totally
way, we're actually
interrupted
getting really lucky to actually talk about this game for a change. We're getting really lucky because normally Ike gets hit to the point where he has to use an elixir, because this is the elixir that we got all the way back in like chapter 3. But he dodged so many attacks that we don't have the elixir at all, which is a pretty notable time save because elixir animations are very slow.
Okay,
Yeah, the soldier-
I'm back.
Welcome back.
There was like, I thought there was an audio error for a second, so I immediately muted. Anyway, what I was going to say is that part of the reason that the rescuing is a big deal, well, we're already leaving the map anyway, but because it reduces your skill and speed by half when you're holding someone, which means that you dodge less, which is kind of annoying, but I guess it's not really that big of a deal.
Yeah, well, we ended up getting really lucky in dodging. This is actually a pretty cool map to show off a speedrun strat. We have a boss to kill who's way over there, and we moved Marsha a little bit. Anytime the boss is like just a little bit away, instead of moving Marsha like all the way over there and then doing a small move to meet the boss, instead it's better to do a very small move here that puts you like just at the edge of range, and then now you can max move in order to like go where you needed. So if you're wondering why Kirby Master made this like really kind of pathetic move, that's why. It's totally better to make the small move first and then the big one. Oh goodness,
Look at him.
animations.
He's beautiful. He's
Look
the
how
most
beautiful
beautiful
he
man
is.
ever. Look at how beautiful he is. Bask in his beautiful glory.
Oh goodness. Gonna Nosferatu us? No damage, okay.
You
He
tried.
heals him anyway though, yeah. Heals for 0,
Yeah.
very nice. Alright, see ya.
Yeah. Someone did mention easy mode. Easy mode uses maniac mode enemies, by the way. Fun fact.
Yeah, in a few places, like the dragons have maniac mode stats.
I think all of them do, but I only checked like two chapters because
Oh,
Japanese maniac mode was replaced by English easy mode. So it makes sense that he kept a lot of the levels the same as Maniac mode because it's kind of leftover code, basically. Okay. I think this is a good place to take a short break.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Because we are done with like the first half major arc of the run, I guess. And X is about to promote. So yeah, I think we can pause the timer and take a short standing break and stuff.
Yeah, sounds good. Yeah, for everyone who is not aware, we like to take breaks on the GDQ Hotfix, give everyone a chance to stretch, get some water, especially when we do some of these longer runs. So we're going to take a quick break right now before we do the second half of this run. And then again, afterwards, it's not just Path of Radiance today. We're going to do another Fire Emblem run by Kirby Masta. He's going to be running Fire Emblem Awakening right after, a much shorter speed run. So you'll want to see how that is done very fast. So don't go anywhere. Before we go to the break, I just wanted to say that GDQX will be live from TwitchCon October 20th through the 22nd. If you're excuse me, if you're interested in running live at the event, use !GDQX in Twitch chat or go to gdqx.gamesdonequick.com to submit before August 28th. Anyone who is accepted as a runner or a backup runner will receive a TwitchCon badge and the opportunity to showcase the run on the GDQ stage at TwitchCon. So definitely go check that out if you're interested in that. And we'll be back in just a few minutes. Don't go anywhere. Hello and welcome back, everybody, to the GDQ Hotfix. We are in the middle of a Fire Emblem showcase, in the middle of a Path of Radiance speedrun by Kirby Masta. Again, before we go back into the run, I want to remind everyone that your subs, your Prime Gaming subs, gift subs, and bits geared on the GDQ Twitch channel help support the Games Done Quick Hotfix. So please consider subscribing if you enjoy the daily speedrunning content. And if you're watching on YouTube, be sure to press the like button on this video and subscribe to the channel. Also go to twitch.tv/gamesdonequick if you're interested in watching the content live, like this is happening right now. So Kirby, why don't you go ahead and count us back into the second half of this Path of Radiance speedrun?
Yep. 3, 2, 1, flame shake. All right. So we just finished the Seren's Forest arc, and now like Begnion, the country that we're like working with, it really recognizes Ike as like just really good. So now he's getting a promotion, and this promotion is like actually relatively well timed because like in a lot of other Fire Emblem games with the Force Lord promotion, it's like near the end of the game. This one's like a little bit past the halfway point of the game, and now like Ike just gets stonks.
Yeah, like crazy. What the heck? 3 strength?
Stonks.
Yeah. Holy smokes.
Stonks.
That's so much.
Like, yeah, sure, he kind of he doesn't have a mount and he doesn't have ranged weapons, but like his actual combat starts like really good. Like he will actually be better than Marsha in combat late game.
Mm-hmm.
But speaking of which, Marsha will now be literally capped on her level. So she now has endgame stats.
Yeah, these are the stats she's going to have like for the entire rest of the run, I think, or...
Yep, rest of the run.
Nice, nice.
We want to do this because we want to waste experience. That sounds funny, but it's true because experience bar wastes time. If you're capped, the experience bar doesn't show up anymore. Marsha, okay, wait, hold up. HP magic defense.
Hey,
let's go!
amazing.
Let's go!
Hey.
Let's go!
He's so good. What the heck?
Right. Just a bit of inventory management, equipping the full guard, and a new forged javelin. By the way, watch the money carefully.
Whew. Sheesh. No way.
30.
I just really wanted to show that off because money routing, it just looks so sick. So we're gonna have literally 22 gold left.
God.
32. That's the Japanese version for you.
Yeah, no, I just have like no money all the time. I will say we are now like financed by the Benyan Empire, so like occasionally we get these like sums of money planted upon us. I don't really know how many of those are left, but they
We're
kind of like,
gonna get a 70k dump soon, but at that point, like we have most of the fortress we need at that point. So we need all the money before this point, basically. So we got a lot of new units actually, that are all quite useful. Also, you might be noticing these 2 units that we just got. They're incredibly useful units. So the first unit we got is Racing, and we'll see. I forgot to turn off animations.
oh no, it's okay.
Oh no!
See Path
Oh
of
no!
Radiance.
Crit!
Whoa.
Crit! Oh,
Please.
Oh, she guarded.
let's go!
She guarded though. Yeah, we get to see her take out the soldier. Really epic fight.
All right. Goodbye,
us.
animations.
Okay, thank
All
you.
right. So we're gonna shove Racing, and what does he do? He lets the unit move again.
Yeah, he
You
sings
can
for
see
you.
why that's really good.
Yeah, he belongs to a category of Fire Emblem units usually called dancers. I guess he's a bit different because he like sings a special song instead.
Call
But
them
dancers
refreshers
lower units
instead.
move again.
Yeah.
Sorry.
You could call them refreshers. You could call them refreshers instead to refer to both dancers and other units. But yeah.
Yeah, true. I haven't heard that, but that's pretty good, actually.
And the
Yeah,
other
what
unit
were you
we got is Tanith, and she's actually just really good in general because I think she has like the highest base speed out of almost all your playable units. And also, she's a flyer. Flyer is good, and you get a 9-move promoted flyer for free.
Yeah, she's the
Nice
exact same class
Oh
as
my.
Marsha. Her stats aren't as good yet because her level isn't capped or anything like that, like Marsha's is. But I mean, she's still plenty fine, right? Like she's just an incredibly good unit.
Yeah, I don't know about yet. We're not going to use her much, but yeah.
Yeah.
If we can have Titania kill these enemies, which would be faster, except Titania gets a level up. Level ups are time loss. So we literally feed these kills to Tanith to waste experience.
Yeah, I know that like a lot of your recent routings, just kind of like looking at the speedrun Discord, a lot of what you're putting on is just like trying to route EXP to minimize the level ups as possible. It's been like a couple last minute optimizations you've been doing lately, I think.
Yeah, there's like one point where like I think Khalil, Titania, and Tanith all had like 90 to 95 experience,
Golly.
which made me feel really good. Because I'm like, yo, that's experience management right there. I don't want to do that. Because like it sounds weird to say this until you understand how like a speedrun mindset works for Fire Emblem, but level ups are just bad in general. Like obviously you want level ups in your like main carry, but you also don't want too many level ups. And if it's not your carry, in other words, if you don't need to level up, then the level ups are just a waste of time. Because in most games they cost roughly 45 seconds. That is a really nice crit.
Ooh.
One of my
Does that
favorite
matter?
stories about avoiding level ups. Okay, so in 3 houses, I like telling this story a lot. So in 3 houses, after time skip and the Crimson Flower route, we have to kill a boss named Judith. And an older route used to use Edelgard, promoted as a Wyvern Rider, with the training axe. It was kind of unreliable because you're using an axe against Judith, who's pretty dodgy. And then Edelgard gets an extra level up in the long run. Claris, not a speedrunner of 3 houses, and also the runner of Engage at SGDQ, she found a route change to use Yuritsa instead with the DLC update. Yuritsa has 100 hit on Judith thanks to Swordbreaker with the lance. Yuritsa gets all the experience we get from Judith, but does not level up. And then we literally kill Yuritsa the next chapter to waste all that experience. So we literally just kill him off to waste all that experience to avoid a level up.
Oh, hey, it's Shinon.
Hi, Shinon.
All right, bye, Shinon.
Bye.
Oh, he has a Brave Bow. He hits twice. Or
Yeah,
misses
so that
twice, I
animation just costs a lot of time. That's one of the longest animations that guard can cut a corner with, but unfortunately, no crit, no guard. Wait, there's like a lot of funny little shortcuts that speedruns do that are like unintuitive just to cut out level up animations. Like another one of my favorites is in Radiant Dawn speedruns, we take a 20-second detour to get a Blossom skill, which is you get 40% less experience, might be half, I don't remember, for better level ups, and then we give it to Tanith in Radiant Dawn. That cuts out 5 level up animations, which is about 25 seconds. So it saves about 5 seconds to do that. You just start having a mentality of like trying to see what corners can you cut by wasting experience or minimizing that. Oh, by the way, Titania and Tanith are here to block reinforcements because this is a route chapter.
Yeah, if they're on exactly those squares, then there's like a couple of paladins or cavaliers who would show up. And
There's like 3 that show up. I don't know why those 2 tiles work, but it works.
yeah, I don't know. Like they just show up and you're like exactly. If you're to the right, then they do. They're like they decide to join the fight. But if you're on exactly those 2 tiles, we're like, yeah,
I don't think there's
Yeah.
many places in this game where you can block reinforcements like that. It's kind of strange because that's normally like a GBA Fire Emblem thing. But
yeah. Like most Fire Emblem games, there's like so many examples of that. It's like you do it practically every chapter that have reinforcements.
yeah, well, if you decide to, but yeah.
Slim Forge uses. I'll play this. Yeah, I should probably. I'll play it safe and use the Killer Lance instead. If I had one more Slim Forge use, I would just use the 255 crit Slim Lance on all these Ravens. But since I'm 1 short, I'll just use the Killer Lance instead and just hope for crits. Because again, we need every single use of a Slim Lance in general, and we wasted like 3 of them on Seeker.
Yeah, no, we're
Thanks to
kind
Double
of
Miracle. So
running short. This is like the part in the story where it's revealed that those dastardly ravens are actually working with like the Dayan Empire, the evil Dayan Empire. So
yeah, pretty long chapter because it's kind of a long route chapter without really any shortcuts. So like the thing is just move Marsha as far as possible and kill everything in the way, and that's pretty much the gist of it.
like maybe proc guard one day. Golly.
Yeah, guard? What is that? I don't know.
There's crit
This
and guard on the
Sos
same time.
recruitment, recruitment has not been paying out. Because we literally recruited Sos just to get guaranteed guard. Slim Forge.
kind of funny. You recruit him literally just so it can move to the left and get one item, and that's actually worth it because it would take way longer if you didn't recruit him.
Like you can get the guard scroll without Soth, but your best option is using like Soren, who has like an 8% chance to find it, and then yeah.
Nice.
What do you do? Like you move Soren there and don't find it. Like okay, what now? Like,
Yeah, you just keep continuing to run because like the thing about Vantage and Guard is that they don't really fundamentally change what you do. They're just basically flat time saves. Well, random chance-based time saves, but they're still just flat time saves. So, all right. Now we have the complete opposite of the previous map, which is a defeat boss chapter. Instead of taking like 8 turns to clear this, we're gonna take 1 turn. Chat. Remember the shove mechanic? I want to see lots of. I want to see a lot of train emojis in chat because we're all gonna be taking a ride on the shove train here. Choo choo.
What the heck? How many times? That's 3.
Like at least
3
5 or 6 shoves.
Choo choo. 4 shove.
4 shove.
Wait.
Where's
Where's the 5th one?
Still?
5.
What? Wait.
That's a smite, so that counts as 2, I guess.
There you go.
6.
7.
It's 7, I think.
7, I guess. Yeah, 7.
8.
Boop.
9. Any
Right.
more?
Nope, that's it.
Okay, that's fair enough. Only 9.
Got 8 cars in that shove train.
Only 9 shoves. Or 8. I don't remember now.
It's a lot. It's enough to make a train, okay? Choo choo.
Choo-choo.
And that was all necessary so we can reach the boss on turn 1 and bonk him.
All right, see ya.
Oh, that's the wrong weapon.
Nah, wrong guy. That's the wrong boss too. Don't attack that one.
It scared me for a second.
Yeah, normally the Forged Javelin's 1 down, but because I use a Killer Lance and then Slim Forge, that kind of changed my menuing there. But thankfully I caught that. Unfortunately, no crit, no guard. Volk's asking if you want to hire him as an assassin. That promotes him. That's really slow, so I'm skipping it.
Yeah, no. It makes his combat
Alright.
a bit better, I guess, but like we don't care.
Yeah, he's a thief, like whatever. Lethality is cool, I guess.
That's cool.
All right, we're gonna recruit Khalil. She's... I like her as a unit a lot. Yeah, woman.
That's literally what it says, right? Or is it mysterious?
no.
woman?
It actually
According
says...
to Mute, it's Mystery Woman.
Yeah. Nazo no on Jose. Yeah.
Well, yeah, Khalil's really interesting because like she's a pre-promoted sage and like she's actually really competent. With really good growth, honestly, as well.
Yeah, she just shows up and like can use basically every weapon and is really good with all of them and levels up really well. So like we recruit her and she's really handy for a bunch of different places.
You, Forged Javelin. So this is an Arrive chapter with the boss on it, so it's basically a Seize chapter where anyone can seize. And Khalil needs to be deployed because that affects the AI of the Wyverns. Because if she's not deployed, then the Wyverns on turn 1 will block you, and that's bad. Because Khalil has something called what we call a Siege Tome. Siege Tomes are magic tomes that have 3 to 10 range, which is really good. That allows you to just bonk someone super far away. And what we assume is that like the Wyverns that are going to attack Marsha on turn 1 are like really scared of her with Meteor. So they're just going to like fly further away from Ike instead of like trying to block you.
Yeah, I think like after they attack, you know, they have their canto, which means they can use their remaining movement to move somewhere. And I think when trying to determine where they canto, they actually like see Khalil's attack range and will try and avoid it. Like this one.
That
right
one
here.
would block you if Khalil wasn't deployed, yeah.
Yeah, no.
So there is one thing that can go wrong, and if Tana gets hit by this, ow, then she has a chance of dying. So don't die, please.
Yeah, please don't die, Tanith.
Yeah. Blizzard Wind Tomes, which includes Blizzard, is effective on flying units.
Okay.
And, yeah.
Good. How many things need to hit her for her to die? Does it need to be like everything?
At least
I
3.
think she's fine. Yeah, if the hand axe fighter hit her, then she might have a chance of dying, but usually that other wyvern will go after Titania. She's fine. Okay.
Yeah, now she's totally fine. Like, come on.
But yeah, you just watch a bunch of wyverns flying around and miss Marsha. In Titania, we used to get that village near Titania, which is the Smite scroll, but we're not going to get it. Smite is basically shove 2 tiles. We've seen me use it with Mordecai a few times. But we're not getting it anymore. I routed it out because it costs time. Instead, we just have Titania just tank everything because killing stuff costs time.
We're really going
Good job,
through like
Titania.
killing as few Dan people as possible. We're really like, you know.
Yeah, we used to kill like 3 of these units here to get the Smite scroll with Khalil and Titania, but now we kill none of them.
It's like so expensive on time. Golly. Good save.
This man, his name is Sharam. He has a daughter apparently, but I guess
He just proc stun, I think.
yeah, he rocked stun. Oh no,
Doesn't do anything really.
But you
though.
can
Well, it does do
still
something, but it
do the
doesn't matter.
follow-up.
you can still do the follow up. Yeah,
Oh, wow.
Oh yeah.
I just can't move. Oh no, I can't move.
Another difference between this run and English is that in English you actually do need to use Khalil to attack the boss with Meteor, I think, to do enough damage.
Because I can't one round KO him without a lucky crit
Yeah.
in the English version, so you need Khalil to help out with Meteor. All right, this is probably the last big Bex dump we're gonna do here, and the reason behind this is status staves are a thing in this game, where an enemy with a sleep staff or a silent staff can try to use it on someone far away, and your dodge rate against those staves is based off of your resistance stat. But if the status staff user has like 0 chance to hit you with it, then they're not going to bother. And that's really important because 1, Ike being put to sleep in this chapter is run over, and that you get 2 chances of it. And 2, even if he dodges, that's 2 sleep animations you're watching, which is a lot of time lost. And 3, the bishop that tries to put Ike to sleep will block you. So instead, I'm going to Bex Ike to 14 resistance, because 14 resistance plus the pure water is the benchmark to guarantee that no matter how lucky that bishop gets with his magic stat, which is random, he will never try to put Ike to sleep. So level 9 should get us to 14 resistance, and that's why Ike has had the Pegasus band equipped, because that gives you a small boost to your luck and your resistance. More for the resistance. Because otherwise, I think he needs like 2 more level ups without the Pegasus band.
Yeah, ordinarily luck and resistance is like the worst growth combination in the game, but then it turns out like really handy here.
Chapter can go wrong, so I'm going to go ahead and safety save. Okay. So yeah, in this chapter, we kind of have to go through this really big castle and kind of go all around to reach the throne here. It's okay.
The Marsha could just fly past the whatever that water is. I'm actually not
Canals,
sure.
I think.
Canals?
The moat?
Moat?
No, it wouldn't be a moat.
Canals?
The moat is like outside the castle.
Yeah, well, either
Yeah,
way,
what
she
would
can
this
go
one
past
do?
that, which saves a lot of time. So, of course, that's what we're going to do. And then seize.
Marsha does need the pure water as well. We haven't talked about what pure waters do. Feel free to explain that.
Yeah, pure waters are a consumable item, and when you swallow it, your resistance is boosted by 7. This will, make enemy mages deal less damage to you and make enemy status stabs less likely to hit you. It decays by 1 per turn, so, this turn she has +7 resistance, next turn she has +6 resistance. They're kind of like really amazing, right? Like, you can just buy them, and then you don't have to worry about magic units, like, ever. Pretty much.
I remember in a Mecha video when he was talking with Professor Bopper, both Fire Emblem YouTubers, pretty cool people. Bopper said something about how he thinks resistance is the worst stat in the series. And one of the reasoning behind it, which is understandable, is the fact that you can patch it with the pure water, because pure water exists in most games. And the ward staff too. Ward staff is basically a staff that does the same thing.
Probably agree
I wouldn't
with that.
I wouldn't generalize it completely, but you can kind of see why that just goes to show the power of the pure water in general. It's just a very powerful tool in general.
Yeah, I will say games with like viable pure waters are like pretty seriously different from games without viable pure waters, like for that reason. And games without viable pure waters, but who just have them, you kind of like have to be very discerning as you route them in.
So fun fact, that man who had dialogue, his name is Toronio. He has a spear. We're gonna recruit him just to get a spear. That's it.
SMH objectifying.
In the English version, the English version has enough money to forge an extra javelin, so we don't need the extra spear in English. So the English version just skips him. But in Japanese version, we're gonna take like the 5-second detour to recruit him, just so we can steal his spear. So we're recruiting him for a weapon, basically.
Nice crit. Thank you, Bandage.
That's a nice crit.
I wasn't
reason
sure if she
same.
had the slim equipped or not.
No, we don't.
She had a spear equipped.
Okay, so that was
Golly.
lucky.
All right, we talked to
Right.
Torneo. He like abandons his country, I guess.
Yep.
And then picks up Ike
thank you for
immediately
that spear.
afterwards.
And then
And
drop
move
Ike.
again.
And then we fight the least annoying boss in the entire game.
Yes.
Yeah, Enna. She's really tanky. Even with 255 crit weapons, we don't kill her in 2 hits.
Yeah, no. And she also has Miracle, that skill we got like wrecked with earlier.
Yeah, she has, what is it? My notes say it. 14%. She has a 14% chance to activate Miracle.
Oh my goodness. So a 14%
that's
chance
fun.
to just get wrecked.
It's totally
Yeah.
not going to happen again, of course. That would
Nope.
never happen.
One
Yeah,
miracle's
no.
not a big deal. I mean, it's time loss because animations, but one miracle is workable. And the Slim Force routing that I've been talking about assumes you get miracled once, because that's like the worst case scenario where you get to continue a run. If you get miracle twice, run's dead. So hopefully she doesn't miracle us twice.
Yeah, if you get Miracle twice, then what happens is not only does she have Miracle, but she also sits on a throne, which heals her, and she has Renewal, which heals her, and she has an Elixir, which heals her. And, like,
Yep.
all of those have an animation. So, like,
You just cry.
you just sat there
Okay.
watching as she, like, uses this 3 times in a row. Well done, well done. Ooh, we're out of here.
Easy. Just don't get miracled.
Just don't get Miracle, whatever
Just
happens.
dodge the miracle, Lamau. Okay. Chapter 22. This is an interesting gimmicky map.
Oh, yeah,
We're
this
going to
is
do a
the-
little bit of management with our weapons and then forge a new Slim Sphere,
Mm-hmm.
Slim Lance. Look at our money.
A new Crit Forge. Oh, yeah, we got 70k. What do you have?
You.
What? Who's this other mage who's literally never showed his face once in this entire
Who
run
is
yet,
that
by the way?
mage? Yeah, I don't know. Who is he? His
We
name
got
is Torgod. He's a
the Red
Torgod.
Boy
He's a
mage.
god.
Poor God.
I don't even.
All right.
I'm pretty sure Races
Yeah,
doesn't
his-
understand what we're doing here, but.
His stats suck. Oh god, he's a bad biorhythm. No,
Oh,
no.
he's no.
You could just
Okay,
reset
but one
if
of his
you wanted.
standout traits is not the fact that he has +2 move, but the fact that he has sea fire, which means he can use the meteor tome.
Look at this guy. Oh my goodness.
I guess I'll save. Maybe that'll reset his biorhythm or something.
Yeah, wait, if you reset the map, does it change the biorhythm? I don't know.
I actually don't know.
No idea. It's Path of
Trust,
Radiance Biorhythm.
trust,
Nobody's ever
trust.
looked into this mechanic. All right,
Trust.
get in there,
trust.
Dorito Mage.
Trust.
42.
33% chance. This is a 33% chance to hit. 33% chance to hit. We believe. We believe.
Trust it.
No.
What trash, dude. Oh my goodness.
What a tragedy.
So what now? Like,
All right, so this is a new strat I found where so previously you had two options. You either hard commit to hitting the boss with meteor 3 times in a row, and you can see why that's not reliable, or do a strat where you clear a path for Marsha to bonk the boss, which loses about 30 seconds. The strat that I found here allows me to do both. So if Tormod misses, then I can fall back on the backup strat, which is obviously slower, but it allows me to keep going with the run without resetting, basically.
yeah, the story of the chapter here basically is that this villainous bandit here has like invaded an abbey full of like innocent monks, and he's basically using them as like human shields. And the idea is you're supposed to like shove the monks out of the way so that, you know, we kill this bad guy bandit without hurting any innocents. We obviously just don't care about that whatsoever, and we're just gonna, you know, blaze our way through all of these like low HP innocents, which is way better than fighting these like high HP sages and whatnot, right? So we'll just get right to the boss.
Technically, we
Kill 'em
only killed
basically.
3 of them, so we saved all the other ones.
That's true. They should really be thankful actually that we only killed 3.
Yeah. All right. But if Torgot did his job and hit, then, you know, we would have killed none of them.
Yeah, it's all Torgod's fault, really.
You can blame Torgod. Oh well. Yeah, you saw the slow strat then. The fast strat would have been have Torgod hit, bonk the boss with meteor, trade it to Khalil, bonk the boss with meteor, make Khalil move again, bonk the boss again, and he's dead.
Yeah, it's like
But
really
yeah.
quick, but oh well, we just kill some guys.
Yep. Torgod's showcase on GDQ's Twitch, not impressive, but
Yeah,
that's
no.
okay. We still love you.
It's okay. Little
Right.
Dorito mage, right?
Dorito Mage. But yeah, a lot of people understandably don't realize that Torgod can use Meteor right off the bat. So that's
Just
an interesting
straight away.
little trait to him. Yeah, he starts to see fire. Whereas like Soren and Eliana, like their weapon ranks are kind of not great. They cannot use siege tomes right at base. Bastion, another bonus stage, can only use Blizzard, I think, and no others. Khalil
Seriously, he's got like
is
deep-
ridiculous. Yeah, Khalil is amazing and has a B rank in all tome types, so she can use Blizzard and Meteor and bolting.
It's like ridiculous. I never do that.
Okay, so Raisins mentioned that we grabbed the full guard, which negates effectiveness because Marsha's kind of allergic to bows, which includes those ballista, and they would do like 20 damage to her if they hit her. But we have the full guard equipped, which negates them. When a weapon is effective against you, the might is doubled in this game. In most games, it's tripled, but in this game, it's doubled. So like, effective weapons aren't really that great in this game usually, but if a weapon has like 18 might, that's still 36 might you're taking, and these ballista have like 18 to 20 might. So if Marsha didn't have the full guard, she'd be dead on turn 1.
Yeah, she would just get like totally smoked.
That would have been like 20 damage right there.
Instead of 2. So
that would have been like 13 damage because Blizzard is effective against flyers. So the full guard is a huge time loss, and I tried seeing how viable it was to skip it. I attempted this map without the full guard like 15 times. None of them made it past turn 2.
Yeah, without the full guard, you just get like completely exploded.
And like Marsha's not dodgy because she has to carry Ike, so that's why like you can't rely on her dodging.
You also don't have Savior at this point, so that's not an option either, of course.
And Savior is a skill that lets you rescue someone without penalties.
Yeah.
But yeah, classic Seas map, carry Ike, go as far as possible, then bonk the boss with Marsha, Seas with Ike.
Try not to die along the way, right?
Yeah, try not to die. It's kind of good for Marsha to be on lower HP because what I've noticed is that this archer that's below Marsha will attack Marsha if she's a lower HP. Unfortunately, the archer attacked Ike from that tile instead. Why that matters is because if that archer attacks Marsha, he'll attack Marsha from below Ike. And that's good because that blocks a warrior from reaching Ike, which saves a few seconds. But unfortunately, he went after Ike instead of Marsha. So
kind of stinks. Also, we crit the guy anyway, so
yeah. Well, Ike also has a 255 crit slim sword, which is funny.
that's true.
That's the warrior I'm talking
that's
about.
the warrior. Okay.
Yep, that one.
I thought it was the guy up north. I'm like, who are you talking about?
Do the warriors in this map also still have worse stats than the fighters in this version of the game, or is that only the English version?
Good question. Let's check.
Why don't we check it out?
Let's check.
Like a fighter and a warrior right there on the right side, yeah?
Yeah, Path of Radiance enemies are really funny.
So fighters are the unpromoted version and warriors are the promoted version. So you'd expect warriors to have higher stats, but let's check if that's truly the case.
Chat, get your screenshots ready. So this is a level 20 fighter with 40 HP, 16 strength, 11 skill, 20 speed, 10 defense. So 40, 16, basically everything's in the low 10s except for strength, which is 16.
Yeah.
Warrior, 13 strength.
So
and like everything else is also lower.
Everything else is lower. Yeah, the warriors are just weaker than the fighters.
Yeah, don't ask. Don't ask.
Nice. All right, we kill Petrine. She's
no
cool.
guard, unfortunately, but oh well. Again, guard isn't a enemy phase only tool, by the way. It helps a lot against bosses as well, just for cutting out animations, which she's gotten like almost none of, unfortunately. But oh well.
Yeah, it's been a pretty rubbish showcase of the guard skill, I gotta say.
Yeah, it's luck based. That's just how it goes.
Well, parts against an armor knight, those guys with famously slow animations. So.
Okay.
Okay, what map is this?
A very exciting one.
The important one.
It's the kind of thing where like I just remember these maps by like the character you get on it, right? So like this is the Bastion and Lucina.
Or the Geoffrey map.
Oh, true.
I hope you love shove trains. This is kind of like a shuttle shove train instead of like an actual train because there's only like 4 shoves.
It's like a shove subway, right?
Yep, shove subway. There we go. That's the word I was looking for. And we get racing. We get Marsha to move again. So in Path of Radiance and Radiant Dawn, we kind of want to avoid using the animation to refresh someone because the animation's really slow in this game. Obviously, like it's worth using if it like saves a minute of a turn, but there are a lot of cases where you kind of want to avoid it. Oh, okay.
What?
We animations.
Yeah, this enemy phase is going to take a while because we have to watch not only the enemies but also the green units move. It takes like at least 2 or 3 minutes, I think.
So in my stream, after that player phase, I literally play a 3-minute ad. I literally play a 3-minute ad, and by the time it's over, the second green phase is done. And I'm like, okay, you missed nothing because you technically miss me doing turn 2, but that's literally just me moving Marsha and Tana as far as possible, and that's it. So.
Yeah, no,
exciting.
We do need to remember to pick up the Savior Village here, but like that's just I think Tanith just does that at some point, right?
Yep, Tanith's role is to distract enemies and then grab Savior. And we do want to kill these 2 Cavaliers because otherwise they're going to bother our flunkies. I mean, our very useful Khalil and Tigers.
Our very useful cats down here.
So, what are you having for dinner? I don't think I've asked that before.
You did
Oh
actually.
yeah, Mute didn't answer.
Yeah, Mute, you didn't answer. What are you having for dinner tonight?
Maybe like a peanut butter sandwich, I guess. It's really exciting. I'm sure.
Very exciting. I did buy a bunch of English muffins. I usually buy a bunch of English muffins in my nearby grocery store, and I have like pure peanut butter that I get from Costco, because usually the ones from like Skippy and Jif's and stuff has like a lot of extra chemicals and stuff that I try not to get. But there's like the type of peanut butter where the only thing they have is like peanut oil and that's it.
Huh.
My brother-in-law is vegan, so I learned a lot about this stuff from him.
Oh, there's also another vegan here.
What?
So
Oh, you're vegan?
no,
Yes, I
not
am.
me. Oh, you.
Oh, wait, Raisins, you're vegan?
Yeah, I am.
I never realized that. Huh? Today I learned.
It's the 200,000 channel point reward.
I thought that was a meme.
No, it's true. I am vegan.
Okay, I thought that was a meme. Okay, I was just about to ask both of you and chat. Did you know Oreos are vegan?
It's true.
Yep.
Yeah, they're vegan.
I have them. For
I
my
never
birthday.
realized that.
We
I
stick
never
like,
realized that until like, yeah, go ahead.
stick like birthday candles in a thing of Oreos, and it's a birthday cake.
Nice.
Yeah, I learned about that when I went to Korea on vacation for like 3 weeks with my sister and her brother-in-law, and well, basically my family. It was also like my sister's husband's first time going to Korea, so we were showing him around a lot of stuff, like Jeju Island and stuff, and we were just going to this random grocery store, like old village Korean style, and then we were like looking for vegan stuff because Korea is like not exactly vegan friendly, honestly, because it's all meat everywhere. And I was like, I pointed out the Oreos. I'm like, that's probably not vegan. And he's like, no, that's vegan. Oreos are vegan. We can get some Oreos to eat at the hotel. I'm like, what? Oreos are vegan? What? Mind blowing.
Yeah, it's just like sugar, 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 and more sugar. So like,
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, that's true. Yeah.
have them all you like.
But yeah, like I've grown to like the pure. I don't know if you call it pure peanut butter, but the peanut butter without like extra additive stuff. I've just gotten
like
used to it.
the palm oil and whatnot.
Like you kind of have to get used to there being like an extra layer of oil on top, but like every time you want to eat it, you kind of have to mix around and then like spread it. But otherwise, I've grown to appreciate it because to me it tastes kind of similar anyways. Might as well not eat all the unhealthy garbage.
Might keep that in mind. Oh, just it's funny because if that sniper would have missed, that would have actually saved time, I think. But
Yeah, and on that turn, you don't want red units to die because there's no point to them dying anymore.
Yeah, there's
Alright.
like this whole story of the chapter is these green units are like having a really hard time defending the fort, and they just take like ages with really inefficient combat all over the place. It's like kind of annoying.
we don't have any control over it, so whatever.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just kind of let it go. We picked up the Savior
Okay.
Scroll. That's pretty big.
Yep, we're not going to use it for a while.
That's fine.
So this is a very useful item called a Lagoose Guard. What does it do? It makes you take half damage from Lagoos, which are like the beast animals in this game, and they hit like a truck, so you really want that.
Yeah, it's kind of odd that like
Yep.
on normal mode, most of the enemies are like pretty non-threatening. Oh, hello, 200. Wow, it actually shows 255 there, huh?
Yep.
Like most of the enemies in this game are like pretty non-threatening, and then suddenly the goos just like smack you for 1 million damage all the time, very accurately. So I think I interrupted you saying something here though.
I didn't remember what I was going to say. It's okay.
I also think about Largo, specifically not Largo.
Oh, poor Largo. So in the English speedrun, we actually use Largo for this chapter, but in Japanese, we don't. We use Khalil. I'll explain why in a bit. But this is a really big route chapter, the last one in the run. And we like to call this Eat Rock because that's literally a line after this chapter.
Or during it?
That's correct, okay. At the end of it, I think.
Oh.
So this is a really big map. It's an interesting map because like your mounted course units are really limited on their mobility because you're on a mountain. Flyers don't care. And we have to kill everything here, and you see all these boulders that are just gonna like waste a bunch of time. And the game doesn't really telegraph what most of their patterns are, but we're just gonna avoid all the triggers for pretty much all of them because they waste time. Except for one boulder. One boulder is always gonna get rolled on turn 1.
Okay,
Yeah.
just double him through resolve. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, this boss has a magical weapon and resolve, which is funny because resolve doesn't do anything for magic damage. Or actually it does, it just doesn't increase his damage. So it's a little weird that he has that, I guess.
I haven't mentioned this, but like the general theme in Fire Emblem speedruns is you want to use one carry as much as possible. But there's an issue with using one carry. There's only one of them.
Yep.
So you kind of need more units to help out. And this is a really big route chapter. So Ike's role is to clear out this part of the map. And Khalil, her role is to clear out like this part here. And Khalil is wielding a 255 crit Thunder Tome because the crit underflow glitch does work on weapons with innate crit. That includes Slim Swords, Slim Lances, and Thunder Tomes. So again, magic animations are slow, so we kind of don't want to use it, but like we don't really have any other options because we don't really have anyone who's competent enough to take on the right side area, really, besides Largo. But speaking of which, yeah, English version uses Largo because he can also do the same role as Khalil. Reason we don't use him in Japanese is because he costs 5 seconds to get. But we do it in English because the main reason is 1, Khalil double attacking is slow, and 2, there's a sniper that has a crit chance in Khalil in English version.
Also, that guy just pushed the boulder and damaged 2 enemies and 0 player units. So
yeah, that's cool.
Like, thanks, dude.
But it's really funny because like the sniper has 0 crit in the Japanese version because again, snipers get a crit bonus in English, and that is the reason to use. That is like one of the big reasons to use Largo over Khalil in this map for the English version speedrun, because Largo can tank a crit, Khalil can't. So, yeah, the crit boost kind of hurting the English speedrun a bit. Yeet.
Yeah,
this is unfortunately. Oh, so go ahead.
Yeah, it's just a long map, right? So
yeah,
we kind of want to clear it out because there are turn-based reinforcements. Generally, like if there's a route map with turn-based reinforcements, that's when where you're going to see like multiple units deployed because you just want to like get out literally in as few turns as possible. So spreading out is quite nice. Ooh, crap! Hit by this warrior. That should be fine though, right?
She's guaranteed to survive. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Nope. I don't think so. Pretty sure she can't.
Yeah, and like it's just a warrior. Come on, how much skill do they have? If it was a fighter, we'd be scared. Yeah.
All right, so this turn is a little sketchy with Marsha because one of Marsha's issues is that she's been capped with endgame stats for like quite a while, and the enemy she obviously hasn't grown since then, but the enemies have been getting stronger slowly. And Marsha's strength cap is actually pretty limiting, pretty bad. It's 23, which is among the lowest in the game. And this is a turn where you really have a chance for that to bite you in the butt because with the spear, which is the strongest 1 to 2 range weapon Marsha can use, she still has a chance to not kill enemies here. And if she fails, then you just lose like 20 seconds. And there's nothing you can do about it. Again, enemy stats are random. So the main perpetrator is the 2 Draco Riders and a warrior. If any of them roll high HP defense, like this one.
Oh, come on.
Like that.
Oh,
then
no.
then you just lose like 20 to 30 seconds.
Well,
so,
you did guard though, so.
We did guard, so that helps. So it loses a lot of time because we need Marsha to blitz to the bottom right area anyways while keeping that warrior alive. So we have to burn like 2 turns having Ike finish him off, which is just a lot of time lost. Nothing you can do about it. If they happen to roll high defense and HP, you just hope that... You just hope you crit, which she did not, so... We did get a guard proc, so that's better than no guard proc.
Pretty good.
All right.
We'll take it.
Yeah. That barely kills.
Golly.
And this is the strongest 1 to 2 range weapon. The spear has 1 more might than a max forge javelin. So, and that's why we kind of really need a spear for this map specifically. Same in English, although I think English version is a bit more reliable because again, enemies in Japanese are a bit stronger than English version. Bonk.
Huge hit. This is the Forge Slim. Okay.
Bonk.
See you.
See ya.
I think so, yeah.
And it's helping. Although, this is I don't know if it would be better to have Khalil kill the bishop or not. I think it's better to have her kill the bishop, even if she'd level up, because she's going to level up later anyways. You can tell that these changes I made Nice Guard are pretty recent, because I'm still not entirely sure if it's better for me to use Khalil or Tanith for that kill. Because there is a strat change I found in chapter 27. Anyways.
Yeah, I did that accidentally.
Yeah, I should be fine.
Thank you, Marsha, for not missing. She's not using Forged Javelins anymore. He's using the short spear now, and his accuracy is not great. So her hit rate's usually like in the 90s, but
We're not using
you're,
forged
like-
javelins because we're like running out of uses, or
we're running out of uses and it costs money to forge more.
Mhm.
Not money, time. All right. Come to me, warrior.
please.
All right, bye. No!
Oh,
okay,
Mordecai.
bye.
Is he going there to attack Ike? Is he?
Yeah, he's moving towards Ike. If there's a Wyvern Rider also alive, he'll run to the Wyvern Rider and Elixir. Because there's a Wyvern Rider that carries an Elixir. Or Vulnerary, I don't remember. Either way, it's really bad because time loss.
Is it really like 30 seconds? I swear it doesn't feel like that much, but I don't remember.
I never timed it. I think it's like roughly 20 to 30. I think it also depends. It's a good chunk of time loss.
Hey, this is the important map, isn't it? Unless I misremembered again.
It's important in other ways, yes.
Oh, this
This one.
Well, technically every map is important in the fact that you
Yeah,
have to
I
do
guess.
them, but for other reasons, yes.
Okay, so this is a very big map. And you have to get to this throne. Cross this map. And we just got Alencia. She's a really interesting unit because she's our third Pegasus Knight unit that we just got, and she doesn't use lances. She uses swords and staves. Her combat's pretty poopy, but she is the only unit in the game who can use the rescue staff immediately, and that's what we're doing. What is a rescue staff? Feel free to explain. That's it right there.
It pulls a unit towards the person using the staff. So, like, you saw she moved Marsha to next to Alencia. That's helpful for a lot of moving far distance. Moving a lot of distance you wouldn't be otherwise be able to do. It's also going to be useful later on in the final chapter, I think.
Yep.
Yeah, I think final chapter is the second and last place is moved. I can't remember.
Yep, second and last. We don't want to use rescue staff much because the animation costs a lot of time, and it gives Alencia 40 experience, which is terrible because level ups are bad.
Yeah, it's just
So
like
he's almost going to level up, but not quite.
a lot. But as you can see, there's kind of like a few enemies on this map. Like,
Yeah, just a few.
yeah. So I don't know, like dodging a turn and not finding them probably seems like pretty good. Anyway, Marsha goes here and drops it, and we actually have like a really kind of tricky boss up here, don't we?
Yeah, his
Joining
name is
this
Bertram. Totally not someone's uncle.
No.
He is really tanky. And again, we have a 255 crit Slim Lance, but it's a Slim Lance still. It's a 9 might weapon. That's not strong, even if you're critting. Marsha can one-round KO him. Marsha can one-round KO him in a Japanese version with the Slim Forge. She can't in English. So, but because of that, in the Japanese version, I can go for a 3-turn strat, whereas English goes for a really, really safe and consistent 4-turn. Why is this not consistent in Japanese? Well, he has a Ruin Sword that heals him when he hits you. He has a pretty high magic stat. Marsha doesn't do enough damage to kill him while he heals himself. So if he hits Marsha, we just lose a bunch of time. And the run's dead.
Yeah. It's
So
like
if Marsha
really bad.
and Bertram have equal biorhythm, he has a 50-50 chance to hit her. That can obviously vary because biorhythm is a funny mechanic. Marsha also has a 26% chance to activate guard, which will also help because that means he can't hit you if she activates guard.
I'm sure that was like one of the motivators for getting guard too, because it kind of stinks to go here and like literally chance half the runs right here at this point.
Exactly 50. Nice.
Exactly 50. Oh, need a dodge.
Oh no!
Ooh.
I guess the question is, actually, I never looked into this, but like,
No, I think you're kind of.
I mean,
Yeah,
do you need
right
Mordecai?
there.
Yeah. Do you need Mordecai?
Alencia's in range of everything.
Yeah, but
I mean, you
Valencia's a
can like
game
move her,
over.
and she can be in range of 1. I think if you move her
Oh,
left.
maybe.
Oh, she's in range of 2 paladins.
If you moved her left, though.
Swordmasters, if I remember correctly.
I mean, but like it's Swordmasters, just like don't die. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. Like,
Well, I think I'll give this like 2 more tries, but we'll see.
you
Load.
okay?
Thank you.
What?
Yep.
What was that? I've never seen that before.
I've never seen that. What?
I've never seen it before until like the very start of this, actually, when I was opening up this game before the stream started.
Oh,
And
seriously?
I'm like, huh, weird. Okay.
Mordecai's just
Uh,
like taking ages to smite.
Yeah, I guess the game's like loading his stats or something. I don't know.
Yeah. What?
Oh,
But like
don't
you
ask.
literally just saw that for the first time like a couple hours ago.
Yeah.
What?
Hmm.
I think when I practice this, I usually load from the base, not from the map preps.
Oh, that might be why, I guess.
That's probably why, yeah. Well, give us like 2 chances. If not, then I'm just going to do like the super safe strat.
Basically what the English mode does.
Yeah. If I remember it.
I'm sure it'll come to you, right?
It'll probably come to me.
It's just
Do
kind
you
of like
goose
move to a
guard here or
different
do you
spot.
full guard? You goose guard, right?
We'll Lugu's guard.
Okay.
Full guard's useless now.
Yeah,
Even
full
after
guard
that
is
sniper.
awesome.
I guess, yeah.
Yeah,
probably.
the sniper's damage isn't anywhere close as much as the Lugu's. The Tiger Lugu's do like 18 damage to you or something like that. They hit without the Lugu's guard. Like they hit like a shrug. All right. Thankfully, this is still kind of quick because it's a 3-turn. We're only sitting through 1 long enemy phase because the first enemy phase isn't that long since we're skipping so many enemies.
Very many enemies moving. It's a theme in the final chapters of this run is watching enemies move.
Yep.
As we're like
and lots of them.
beelining to the boss, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go. Okay, please win the 50-50 this time, Marcia.
It could be different though, but yeah.
Oh, that's true, the biorhythm.
Well, actually, it's not always whatever.
Get out of here.
Well, I don't know if biorhythm resets if you reload the game. I guess we'll see.
We'll find
yeah,
out.
we'll find out.
Find out. I mean, if it's a 50-50, that's not a guarantee that it's changed. But if it's not 50, then that means it does change.
That's
So,
pretty solid
well-
evidence. Discovering new things about the game live on stream.
Yep. Live on GDQ. Just like how I learned that the music track list in Japanese is in English.
Yeah. We just learned that like 2 hours ago. We're like,
Yeah, literally.
Yeah, I
Or
guess
what?
they decided to name all the songs in English initially.
Oh,
Ooh.
it does change. It does
Ooh,
change. It's
whoa.
40.
Wow.
All right. That's a 32% chance for him to hit, on top of Marsha having a 26% chance to guard.
That's like tremendous. Holy crap.
Yeah, that's actually pretty huge.
If we fail this, it's just like, guys, come on. Ooh, come on. Ooh.
Go.
Oh, thank you.
Let's go. Let's go, Marsha.
Oh, boy.
So yeah, biorhythm does change upon map reload. Today we learned.
Apparently.
Yeah.
Watch it be only weird. Like, only if you load to like the map preps, not to the base preps.
That would be really funny. All right, we got question mark, a lot of question mark uses out of the guard skill. Maybe did we? I don't know. Do you think so?
At least more than one, I
I
guess.
Yeah.
saw like 2. There was like a mage and an armor knight.
We replaced guard with savior because we can't fit savior on while keeping guard. Guard would still be nice, but we need savior.
Yeah, the savior skill nullifies the penalties from carrying somebody. And if you remember, when you rescue someone, your speed and your skill, right, are halved. So you like take so many more attacks and you hit them much less often. But this time, of course, we just have it, so we're fine.
Slim port is equipped. So this is a Seas chapter again, and we kind of need to open this door and get all the way up there. And this guy's a jerk. He has a bolting dome, and he's gonna attack Joffrey 4 times, I think. Joffrey, by the way, he's a proponent paladin. Very useful, very tanky. 9 move, that's all we care about. He's tanky. So he's gonna help out with some side objectives. Khalil here is gonna go ahead and drop that, and 1 round KO to Sage with Meteor, because doubling enemies with 10 ranged homes is really funny.
Exactly killed him.
Oh my goodness.
And you threw away the Elf Hunter so she wouldn't counter when her meteor breaks.
We
I guess.
don't want her to counter anything, yeah, because magic costs time.
So we
Khalil will
just-
be fine, trust.
Discarded her El Thunder.
Yep, I discarded the Forged El Thunder.
Oh no.
People ever wonder, why is this option in Fire Emblem in the first place? It's like, so you can do this, I guess.
Oh, she'll be fine.
I mean, there are times where you don't want to have an item in your inventory. I guess.
Khalil will be fine, don't worry about it. So yeah, that Sage is really important to kill because the thing that hits Joffrey really hard is bolting. We used to use pure water on him but like he still has a pretty high chance of dying because of all the boltings. But now that bolting's out of the equation, by full guard, he will never die to anything. So we can skip giving him elixir, we can skip giving him a pure water, we can skip the animation of both of them and just not care.
Yeah, we can skip
He'll
the
take
bolting
damage, but he's
animations
fine.
too. It's quite nice.
Yeah, we skip 4 bolting animations because that bolting Sage will attack us 4 times with bolting, which is a lot.
Yeah, it's like so many. Anyway, so even though we need to go to the top center of this map, we're going to go to the far left because there is a very important item in the chest right here. It is the Resolve Scroll. And the Resolve Scroll, we've kind of been picking up skill scrolls as we've been going. Like we picked up the Vantage Scroll. Oh, sorry, bye, Khalil.
Bye, Khalil.
Yeah, see ya. We picked up like the Vantage
Anyways.
scroll, which lets you like hit first in combat. We picked up the guard scroll. The resolve scroll makes it so that when you're under half HP, you get a massive boost to your strength, your skill, and your speed. And you'll see when we use that.
You'll see.
Kind of nice.
Pretty good. Wait, we just kind of need to make sure the path is cleared for Marsha to go through as far as possible.
Ah, gotcha. Oh, that's why you needed Jeffrey here. Gotcha.
So Joffrey helps to kill the sage in the way. Marsha can kill the sage too, but we kind of want her player face to be free to either kill the other bolting sage or use an elixir. Which preferably we kill the other sage, obviously. But if Marsha got hit a lot, then we can use the elixir because this map can be pretty sketchy with her survival if she gets hit too much on this turn.
Yeah.
But she dodged literally everything, so
I just realized as people were talking about Khalil in the chat, we never really mentioned, but Fire Emblem has permadeaths, so when a unit dies, they were like dead forever. So like Khalil died there. I don't know if we've like sacrificed any other units this run, but
Just Khalil.
Just Khalil.
I don't think so.
Just Khalil. But like,
you technically want her to die as early as possible. So, but she distracted some cats while killing a bolting sage, meaning Joffrey gets attacked one last time as well.
exactly, yeah. But yeah, if they die, then they're just gone. So can't use them anymore.
So Joffrey is using the Slim Forge that Tanith used, which she took from Titania. So the Slim Forge that Joffrey is using is literally the one we made all the way back in like Chapter 9. And it's really good because it's always crits but can't kill anything, and Joffrey's slow, so he can't double anything, which is perfect because we don't want to kill anything with him. Good job on being slow. Good job.
Thank you. And then
All right, so
we have the resolve scroll, and then it's this boss, I think. Is that what you're about to talk about?
his name is Hafed. I know his name. There's a very good reason why I have his name memorized.
Oh, Hafed.
Wow, I wonder why. It's almost
Yeah.
like there's a running theme with some of the bosses in this game having a certain skill. Who could have guessed?
Yeah, he has 19 luck and a Night Ward, which is +2 defense, +2 res, and a Brave Land, so he does 26 damage to Marsha if he hits each time, which is half her health, by the way.
Yeah, anytime there's like a random, just like generic boss with a portrait who shows up once and you kill him, but we remember their name for some reason, that can only be an ill omen, right? Like,
Yeah.
That can only be an ill omen. Here we go.
all right, Hafed.
Guard would have been nice. Ow, 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 ow,
on.
ow, ow, ow. Okay, no miracle. Let's go.
Thank you, no miracle.
Yeah, she could have died there
So-
if she didn't kill him there. But yeah.
Yeah,
Alright,
so he has 19 luck, so that's a 90% chance to activate Miracle. Again, one Miracle proc isn't a big deal. Well, there's obviously time loss, but like it's not the end of the world. But I think your run dies if he triple Miracles. Because he can Miracle enemy face, and then Marsha can do a backup to attack him at range, because her player face is free next turn. And if he Miracles 2 more times in a row, then you're done. Can't kill him. So that's a tripled 19% chance. Has it happened before? Yes.
That's like a 1 in 125 chance, I think.
Yeah,
Well, I mean, we just had a double 11% happen literally this stream,
Yeah.
yeah, 181 that.
which is Seeker activating Miracle literally twice in a row. That I've never seen happen before,
God.
hilariously enough.
All right, and before seizing, we go ahead and get the resolve scroll. And then we have an epic fight with Ike's nemesis, the Black Knight, who murdered his father. Prepare to die in this epic combat in the next game.
Right.
Anyway,
Bye. In the next game. Yep. Anyways, we only got 2 chapters left in this run.
there you go. Not bad.
Ooh. Oh, there is one mechanic of this run that we haven't explained yet, so I guess we should probably explain it before the run ends. Oh wait, well, I guess we could wait until we're actually in the map, or until enemy phase starts or whatever.
Yeah. Is the game okay? Okay. It's like,
Yeah,
is it loading?
Loads. Don't worry about it. Loads. Oh, whoops.
Yeah, I don't think we need mist.
All right. So, guess what? Another Seas chapter.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Big map. Gotta get here. All right. We have yellow units again, so we're gonna make Tibarn the yellow unit. Just go hide in a corner, grab the Lagoon Guard with Ike, so he takes less damage. Cook the Ragnall, use the pure water, so we don't get put to sleep. Move Marsha there. So Marsha is done for combat, by the way. Like Marsha will kill the boss, but like the boss is so easy to kill that's practically irrelevant.
Yeah, like,
But
anyway,
otherwise, that is the last thing Marsha will do combat-wise.
from here on
Yeah.
out, she is the Ike fairy.
Yep, she is the Ike
For
fairy.
a whole one map. A long time.
Yep, very long time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I had the Ragnar equipped, and I had to unequip, re-equip it because it was lower on his inventory. But this game has a weird quirk where if you use the last use of a consumable, the game will always auto-equip your top weapon, even if you have something else equipped.
That's weird.
wow.
And I just used the last use of his pure water, so I had to make sure the Ragnar was at the top of his inventory. Which, speaking of which, the Ragnar is kind of a really good weapon.
Oh yeah, it's like a little bit strong.
It gives you 5 defense.
Yeah, kind of good. 18 might compared to 7 might on this sword.
And it can attack
80
at 2
hits
range.
pretty good. Yeah, and then like 1 to 2 range weapon. Plus 5 defense. It's pretty cool. Plus 5 res is also pretty cool.
Also, it can't
that's
break.
cool. And
Yeah,
it can't break.
can't
So you
break.
can just use it as much as he wants and have fun.
As I was saying earlier, as we're about to enter a very long enemy phase, there is a mechanic that is used in speedrunning this game where called fast enemy phase. Like, you might have noticed that Kirby is doing weird stuff when he's about to end. Well, it's actually not noticeable, but he'll like move the cursor sometimes before he ends the turn. What this is doing is it actually speeds up the movements of the enemies during enemy phase by like 150% or something, or 50%.
Like, the camera moves faster between every
Yeah.
enemy. Yeah. So like every time you see me end turn or like switch between units, I'm like holding the controller because you want to hold the B button when you press X or Z. So every time you see me switch between characters, I'm changing my grip to do that. Radiant Dawn has a similar, more complicated system with that, but we kind of call it the fast enemy phase glitch.
Or FEP.
FEP.
Yeah,
But-
FEP.
Yeah. So it's actually surprisingly a technical game. Like if you had like a webcam on me, like you'd see me constantly changing my grip to switch between characters to go fast. Like I can actually demonstrate that on the next turn because you can kind of very noticeably tell the difference when I X switch without holding B versus X switching while holding the B button. Because the B button in this game is the go fast button. You want to be holding it as much as possible, which is awkward because it's also the cancel button. So you need to make sure you're holding the B button before you select any unit every time. Oh yeah, Ike, please don't crit. This dragon rolled 60 HP. Excuse me.
Ike, no.
Don't double crit. Okay,
Dude,
we're good.
oh,
Okay.
whew,
This dragon rolled 60 HP. I've never seen that.
so many.
Big boy.
I've never seen that. I've seen the dragon have like 40, like low 50s or something. I think. I don't know. Enemy stat variance is funny.
Yeah,
Time to
Sure
blend
you're
the
not
Japanese
cheating?
version.
Yeah.
pretty convenient that he just had enough HP to survive that crit.
All right. So yeah, notice the difference. This is me pressing X, and this is me holding the B button while pressing X.
Sheesh, so fast.
This is the fast version, and this is me mashing X without holding a B. You can tell how much slower this is when it jumps across to Joffrey.
Golly. Anyway, see ya.
See ya.
Headin, I think is his name. It's like Headin or Headwind.
He's not a threat, so I don't remember his name. That's how it goes.
Koyuju or something is his name in Japanese. I have no idea what that's derived from, but I don't
like
remember
way
his English
different.
name. Yeah.
Yeah, I
You
don't
know.
know.
Oh, it's the last level, by the way.
Last
yeah.
chapter hype. All right, so we have Wrath and Resolve, which we picked up in various chests in the latter half to run. What do they do again? As a
So-
reminder.
Resolve is when you're under 50% HP, you get a 50% boost to strength, skill, and speed stats. And Wrath is when you're under 50% HP, you get, I think, plus 50 crit.
Yes.
So, like, kind of a lot of stats. So we're just going to do both of them, and then we're going to try and get Ike under half HP. This final boss is pretty important because only Ike can defeat the final boss. It's kind of like really important and part of the reason why we were like training Ike this entire time in order to set him up for this combat. So because only Ike can kill him, we just give him the Wrath scroll and the Resolve scroll, and now we just like walk up and kill him.
Yeets.
Yeah, it's basically not feasible to do this run without training Ike. You kind of just have to be able to actually finish, so it helps.
Here's
on
the second and
on
last rescue use.
It's kind of an interesting spot. I haven't seen this. It goes
Yeah.
somewhere
So
else
this
in
is
English.
this is a really interesting strat because I'll explain this next turn, but English version saves a lot of time over Japanese because Ashnard's AI works a bit differently. In the English version, what we do is we kind of move like our core units, so Ike, Marsha, Valencia, and Rayson, kind of just like 5 tiles north in the center and avoid all combat. Then on turn 2, we do like a similar rescue Rayson chance to get Marsha all the way up to Ashnard really quickly. So we pretty much avoid all combat in the English version. We're not avoiding that here because we kind of can't in Japanese. Why is that the case? Well, in English normal mode, Ashnard never moves. He just does not move.
Ever.
And yeah, he just does not move. So that works out in our favor in the English version because that means we can just yeet Marsha up to Ashnard and drop Ike like right next to Ashnard. Like, I'll point that out. You can like have Marsha move here in English and just drop Ike here. Ashnard will attack Marsha, but he will attack Ike and run over. Run done. Japanese version, that doesn't work. You have to cross this invisible horizontal trigger here to aggro Ashnard or enter his range, but we don't want to do that. And then we have to drop Ike in range of Ashnard, but keep Marsha out of range because we do not want Ashnard to attack Marsha. If you look at Ashnard's range, he's aggroed. Ike is in range, Marsha is not. The only way to do this while keeping Marsha out of range is to go all around to the side and drop him here, which is really slow. And by the way, you can't fly over this, by the way, which is why you had to kind of take a convoluted route to do that. So English version just saves quite a bit of time over Japanese here.
Oh wait, in the English version, doesn't he still move on hard mode?
I think he moves in hard mode.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think his second phase moves in hard mode. Maybe his first phase does too. I can't remember.
I don't remember.
Strange.
But he does. I'm pretty sure he moves in hard mode English, but not normal mode English. But he does move in normal Japanese, as you see here.
Yeah.
So we need Ashnard to hit Ike. Yep. At equal biorhythm, Ashnard has a 75% display hit rate, which is an 87% chance to hit Ike. Can vary depending on biorhythm. And then if Ike gets hit, which we want, Ike will double attack Ashnard. And so he has 2 chances to get a 50% crit chance. Overall, assuming neutral biorhythm, this is around a 66% chance of success.
Go us. Oh,
Got
good.
it?
Okay.
Good. Come on. Oh,
First try?
First go.
Time's coming up.
First go.
Easy.
Easy.
So.
Ooh.
And time.
Nice. Well played.
Woo. Ashnard goes down, and that's Path of Radiance.
All 29 chapters of it.
Yep.
Those flew by. Oh my gosh.
I hope that was enjoyable.
Yeah, that was great.
That was a real joy.
Yeah, getting double miracle by Seeker and learning about and learning that the Japanese version has all the songs in English.
All the songs in English. Learning about Mordecai, just like taking ages to wind up his smite.
Yeah.
The important lore of Path of Radiance.
We've all learned very much here tonight.
Yes.
And that's not the end of it, everybody. There is more Fire Emblem goodness to come. We're going to take a short break before we get into the next run, which will be Fire Emblem Awakening. Got to go set that up. So before we do that, I just want to make a quick announcement that Games and Quick, I mentioned earlier that we're going to be at TwitchCon for GDQX. Games and Quick will also be at PAX West very, very soon, September 1st to the 4th. If you're there and you're interested in watching live runs or trying your hand at the Speedrun Gauntlet, be sure to head over to the Speedrun stage at PAX West to find out more. We'd love to see you there. And we're going to go set up the next run. Nobody's going anywhere. Be sure to follow the runner and the commentators as well on Twitch. They're all great. And yeah, we'll be back in a few minutes. Stay tuned. Hello and welcome back, everybody, to our Fire Emblem showcase here on Games Done Quick. We are now on part 2. We have a Fire Emblem Awakening speedrun now, 80% speedrun, done by Kirby Master. And I'm just going to throw it right back to Kirby so we can get right into the run. Kirby, take it away.
Yep. This is Fire Emblem Awakening. And we'll go ahead and just get ready to dive in. So timing will start after avatar creation. Really quickly go over what the avatar creation is. Their canon name is typically Robin. We're going to go with female Robin. We'll explain why later. But that's due to the certain class we want access to later. I like purple hair, so let's stick with that. And then let's name her Robin and be boring.
Oh, come on.
Nice.
And we'll go with magic. Magic, we can kind of customize what stats are going to be good in, but you always have to pick a stat to be bad in as well, unfortunately. So we're going to go with a magic Robin who is weak in defense, which sounds funny because we actually really want defense, but we'll explain that later. Okay, so time will start on 3, 2, 1, Splain Squish. So yeah, we have a premonition, and this is kind of just another tutorial map. Crom is the main character of this game. He's the main lord, and we'll go ahead and set some options to go fast. And this game introduces auto battle, which allows the game to just play itself for you. So we can't, as funny as it is, we kind of want to do that as much as possible because it's really, really fast. Nothing interesting going on in this chapter. We just have to. We got a 2-turn. I just realized.
Oh, really?
Nice.
Yeah, because
That, like, not
that
much
means
chance
Crom
to
got
it,
a
or-
dual strike.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, so this game has a lot of like features to speed it up, especially compared to when we just ran Path of Radiance. We can like skip the enemy phase, we can skip the combats, we can auto battle to skip the inputs. So there's a whole lot of tools we can use here.
It is.
Yeah, so we're trying to funnel as much experience into Robin as possible. And this is a route chapter. Again, route means you have to defeat every enemy on the map. The majority of maps, ooh, that's a terrible level. The majority of maps early game are route chapters. But, so we want to just funnel as much experience into Robin as possible to get her to snowball. If our first 2 levels are terrible, I might just reset, honestly, because we kind of need the early stats really, really badly.
Yeah, there's like a whole bunch of early benchmarks to hit. Let's see if this one's any better. HP speed. Like,
We'll take it, I guess. We'll stick with it for
We
now.
want magic and defense a lot.
yeah. Magic defense. I think some speed. There's like a couple speed benchmarks coming up soon. But yeah, no, the growths in this one are just like completely random. So we have to keep an eye on Robin's stats all the way through. Robin will be doing pretty much all of the combat. And so we need to keep an eye on Robin's stats to make sure that like she has the stats needed. And sometimes we like need to make a weapon switch depending on what she ends up getting.
Getting 1 speed is good because that allows her to double most of the enemies in this map, which is very important. That's better.
That's better.
Magic speed, good.
No defense, but or get by.
And we need to kill this fighter here because he's in range of Sully, and we don't want anyone to attack anyone not named Robin. So Robin's just going to get so much experience because she has a skill called Veteran. What does it do? Plus 50% experience if you pair it up.
Which is like
We
all
did.
the time.
Yeah. Oh, we kind of need defense. Okay,
Kinda.
skill, speed, defense. There we go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Pretty
About
good.
the first defense level?
Yeah. So it's funny because we want defense, even though you went with the defense Bane. But the thing is, any Banes besides HP and defense will actually make your strength and magic growth worse. And the benchmarks for your offensive benchmarks for the normal mode speedrun are so ridiculous that it is worth taking a defense Bane statistically because you just need an absurd amount of strength and magic early on.
Mhm.
And yes, we do need strength, even though we're going magic.
Like a defense Bane has a chance to just kind of like get your Robin KO'd really early out of nowhere, but like a mad or some kind of Bane that reduces your magic or your offenses would just like slow burn kill you over the course of the entire run, and then like somewhere at the very end you fail a benchmark. Like that sounds way less fun.
We kind of need magic pretty badly, but I think we got like 3 magic levels total.
I think so, yeah.
It isn't fantastic, but and again, another route chapter. Robin kills everything. I think our flunkies kill like 1 unit off screen, but that's about it, really.
Yeah, there's like one soldier down there who just got like swarmed by sharks, basically, and then
Ooh, you can kind of see why having bad defense is sketchy.
I took like a ton of combats. We're okay, I think. Great, seems okay.
Okay, Crom got a level up, which is bad because that means he got a lot of unlucky dual strikes. Because level ups are bad unless it's Robin. Oh, she can't even kill the boss. Oh god. Oh
Seriously?
god. Okay.
Oh goodness. Okay, we're fine. Oh, okay, that's pretty good.
That level up was really good. Okay. Don't miss.
Don't miss the
Thank you.
9-3. Oh boy, that was so close.
Please get magic. Okay. She's catching up on magic. The magic benchmark we really want is 14.
Mm-hmm.
That's very ideally 15. But we can make 14 work though. No, that 15 is I think 10 out of 12 magic levels. Might be 9 out of 12. I don't remember. off the top of
14
my
by
head.
when?
By chapter 4, I think.
Lucina.
Oh,
When you fight Lucina.
Well, you find Marth, right?
I mean Marth. Yeah, not Lucina.
Yeah,
Who's
not
Lucina?
Lucina.
I don't
It's
know what that
Marth.
is.
Yeah, it's totally Marth.
who's Lucina?
You. And we're doing a little bit of preps. And then we're going to go ahead and recruit this armor knight who apparently has a name, but I don't remember what it is.
Yeah, and
Because
then
we
like,
want his javelin. And also we don't want the other phase dialogue to show up. So thank you for joining our cause.
there we go. Crom just kind of like hides in this like tile that makes him untargetable. It's really weird.
Yeah.
I don't know why they never
We're out
made
of
that a combo.
vulneraries. Oh god.
Wait, are we out of
hold on a
just
second.
spawns? What? happened?
This armor knight has a vulnerary.
No way.
Yes.
That's so lucky.
Wait, how did you just materialize a vulnerary from nowhere? What?
I found it from like one of the sparkle tiles, right? It's like a Mechanical Awakening.
Yeah.
This one's sparkly. It's just sparkly with like a kind of gray and blue luster instead of, gold.
Magic is not good.
Oh goodness.
This is the last map where we can level up to hope we're hitting 15 magic. We're nowhere close.
Oh goodness.
But,
boy.
well, that's Awakening speedrunning.
Yeah, there's
Magic
like
would be
a
nice.
ton of RNG to it. Oh no,
my
12?
goodness.
More strength than magic.
Golly.
Oh, it's gonna be one of those runs.
One of those.
One of those.
Do you know what you do here? I think the notes here, it has a very
Dual strike.
reliable strat.
Yeah. Very reliable. Oh.
Rise feature Anna shot? Oh, what rubbish.
So we're looking for a specific item from Anna called a second seal, and about 3/4 of runs will die to Anna not spawning with a second seal. So this run will likely die. But I will use the wireless renown shop, which is practically a new game plus feature, as a backup,
Yeah, there's
which will
basically
invalidate this run, but whatever.
this random mechanic where this merchant called Anna will appear on the map just completely at random, and she will have items completely at random, and the run actually like needs one of those in order to win. So as you can tell,
Really
it's like
badly.
extremely reliable. Yeah.
Is Crom equipped? He needs to be equipped so I can hope for a dual strike.
Goodness, this thunder is like incredibly sus. Okay,
Yeah.
there goes nothing. So we fight Marth. We have no crit. What?
This Robin sucks.
That's so.
He's supposed to do
bad.
He's supposed to do 14 damage times 2.
With a
We need Crom, do your
Dual
thing.
strike.
Please, Crom, dual strike, Marth.
No,
Oh,
you
what
had one
trash,
job, Crom.
dude. I mean, at least we didn't get hit, right? Like, it could be worse, I guess. We have like 7 HP. Holy smokes!
wow, this is
Yeah.
This is like incredibly sus.
this is
do you just
super
like
cringe.
fall back or something, or?
So you have to kill Marth, or else they're gonna run away and heal.
Oh no!
So
you're
I
right.
can't heal.
That's
I basically
so
can't
bad.
heal. I just have to hope I dodge.
It's like it's so bad because like you totally dodged Marth, and then like everyone else came in and just like destroyed your HP.
So I just need to dodge Lamau. All right, that didn't last long.
No, that's so bad.
By the way, this is on normal mode. Just FYI.
The easiest difficulty. We're getting destroyed.
Yeah, actually kind of. Well, I'm interested in routing a hard mode speedrun. It is legitimately way easier because you literally grind at the start. And so Robin has like 15 levels instead of like 12 at this point in a hard mode speedrun so far. But we're just going to have to keep resetting until this works. Because this Robin does not get magic and Crom did not do his job of dual striking. Attempt number 2.
Here goes nothing. Can we beat
Watch
Marth?
Robin miss. That'll be very funny and very sad.
Pretty tragic, I gotta say. Please. Yes!
Okay, now we need to just not die because we will die if we get hit by everything. Just dodge Lamau.
Oh, thank you.
Ooh.
Wait. Still 2 mages. 5 res.
Ooh.
Come on.
I think we're good.
Oh
Okay.
my goodness.
Woo!
Oh boy.
Just to dodge Lamau.
It's that simple,
Oh,
fellas.
I think we survived that fighter.
Oh yeah, come on. There's no way.
Okay. Yep. All right. Welcome to Awakening.
Yeah, welcome to Wake. Just chance it.
That's a strat. Just dodge Lamau. So if I were going for like a serious record attempt, you just 90% of your runs will just die to Robin dying in the first 4 chapters. Like that is not. I don't think I'm even exaggerating. Oh, Anna.
Oh, Anna.
Anna.
You got it?
Oh.
Come on. The item we're looking for is a... Which one? Second seal or master seal?
Second seal.
Second seal. The blue one.
Anna, SMH. You're letting me down, girl. That's correct.
Wait, by what point do you need it?
After next map. So we have 2 more maps, basically.
Okay.
All right, so we are going to kill everything and hope we don't die. We have Frederick. We never explained who he is. He's kind of like Titania of this game, except really broken. He's actually going to be pretty helpful because, 1, he's just a really competent combat unit early game, and 2, he's going to be a really good pair-up bot for Robin because Frederick gets +1 move. And we all know how useful movement is. I'm going to heal.
Like, the most important stat, right? So we haven't done here. His combat also like isn't too shabby either. So he just goes down and like kills everybody very cleanly and very easily.
Thank you for getting magic. Wow, her skill's terrible. Skill gives you hit, by the way. Hit is very important. So, yeah. And we also have this mage named Rickon. His role was to kill 1 wyvern. Good job.
There you go. Well done, Rickon.
Well done, Rickon. All right.
Does he do anything else in the run?
That's it.
Oh
Okay.
my, this Robin's magic.
Magic. Oh, I forgot to unequip Crom.
Ugh.
Crom gets magic. Of course, Crom gets magic.
Dude, what?
Fire. That's in the fire uses.
There you go. Oh boy.
What is a skill stat?
This is like so sus.
What is a magic and skill stat?
Please.
Oh,
Can you answer that question for me? What's a magic and skill stat?
Is it ever level?
I think she's gained 2 skill levels. That's kind of terrible because
Oh,
he's gonna have
wow.
really bad hit rates against the Chapter 17 boss.
Against
Wait, what
like,
is her-
everything.
Yeah,
what is your skill growth again?
like 50%, I think, something like that.
Oh
Wow.
goodness.
Cat's probably in chat. Cat can probably just post Robin's growths in chat somewhere. All right.
Yeah, no, it's like it's kind of weird because normally in Fire Emblem, like there are stats that are clearly more important than others, right? Stuff like strength and speed is usually regarded as like this is the holy grail of stats, and all the other stuff just like doesn't matter.
But magic.
Yeah, or magic, whatever, strength, magic, whichever one your attacking stat is, right? But in this run in particular, like there's so many stat checks and so many times when you have to like hit really inaccurate attacks, like kind of every stat comes in extremely useful at various places. So like,
Yeah, like there's never really a point where you need like this specific amount of skill for some strat, but like more skill is always good because you want crit to conserve weapon uses and you want hit because hit is very important. Missing stuff will kill the run. So
yeah, and like it might not seem that bad. We're going through the entire run with like high 80s, high 90s hit rates, but like think about how many combats we're doing, and then like you miss one and it's just disaster. Like, what do you even do?
Is that guy not dying? I assume that's not normal.
our prior broke. That's why.
Oh, okay.
Magic skill.
Finally,
Magic skill.
Speed, magic speed skill.
Wait, she has 6 skill?
God,
So
this Robin's
bad.
so bad. This Robin's so bad.
Oh,
I
yeah,
should
Rip
explain
guy.
this chapter.
Yeah.
This is a defend chapter technically, but we're just auto battling Frederick and Pan, who just joined us to clear out the enemies nearby, while Robin just kind of goes down and do you die to 2 hits? You don't. Okay.
Okay, good.
You bonk the boss.
Yeah, we just gotta check this forecast. Yeah, there's like Crom's sister is in there and like needs to be defended. Okay, nice for level 20. Yeah, it's like kind of weird champ stats, I think.
Mhm.
But yeah,
Oh
it's,
yeah, we
like
just hit level 20,
technically
and
bro.
we're not going to gain any more levels.
Okay, so do we have the Anna second seal? This is where you
Is
check
this
for it,
run
right?
legit? Oh,
Oh,
one Anna?
Anna shot? Oh,
Spirit dust, spirit dust,
No
spirit
way.
dust, spirit dust.
You are so
Give me that.
lucky.
Give me that.
You are such a joker.
All right, don't mind me grabbing these stat boosters. Totally not for safety. Nope,
Yeah, no.
nope. Don't mind them.
Totally not
You saw
cheating.
nothing. You saw absolutely nothing.
That's right.
Do you
Do you-
normally not use much gold in this run? Do you normally not need that gold? I assume is why you can buy all those.
You can sell stuff later on,
Oh yeah.
for the forge, but and in a serious speed, in a more serious speed run, I would not buy anything at all besides second seal. But for a contest like this, where this Robin is very offensively screwed, I will absolutely grab it. What do I need to do again? You, and then the reclassing is a feature in this game. So when you use the second seal, you get to reclass into a different class, and every character has like specific class sets they can reclass into. Robin can reclass to literally anything, as long as it's not like gender locked or lore locked. So we're gonna reclass her to Pegasus Knight, and unfortunately, Pegasus Knight is kind of not a fantastic class for raw combat because it uses lances, and we like to use javelins because, as we mentioned in the Path of Radiance run, we want 1-2 range. It's D rank. Robin's lance rank is E. She can't use it. So we have to and there's quite a few range enemies in this map, which is really annoying. So we just have to kind of pick off the 2 range attackers with the bronze lance and get her weapon rank up to D. Oh, by the way, I forgot. I should probably do this too. Yoink, 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 yoink. Thank you.
Yeah. Just swallow them all. There we go. Okay, now we
Yeah,
don't
there
like
we go. There we go. Super Robin online. Don't mind the stat boosters we just grabbed for
Yeah, no.
totally not marathon safety.
In a regular run, like, or in a regular stream, Curry Master would just like not do these things. In fact, probably you just have like reset the run by now or something, right?
I would have reset a
Long
time.
ago.
Yep.
Yeah, long ago. And it's been like, this Robin is so cringe. But like, of course, we're here on GDQ. We're here to have fun. We're not here to reset like Fire Emblem Awakening 30 times in a row, right? So
Actually,
So one thing, Robin is a flyer.
ooh,
Flyers are allergic to bows. So we don't really have any options against bows except just dodge them out, literally. So you just hope you dodge. All right.
Nice go
'Cause
here.
You see that bow user? See that bow user on the right side? He's sketchy. I see you. I see you, bow user. Oh, he's not
Okay.
going to attack. The fighter
Oh,
has a
wait.
hand axe.
Oh, you're so lucky.
Yeah. We're not going to get attacked by the bow user. He's going to attack, just do nothing.
Yeah, it's like literally random which square that axe fighter decides to attack from, right? So like he could have gone from the east, from the southeast, or from the south, and you just chose the one square that blocks the archer. Finally, good levels.
Yeah. And now we just kill everything. This is the route chapter.
Mhm.
Kind of need to kill you at one range because you kind of have range. And now we just bonk the boss. And we have to end the map on this turn, otherwise reinforcements spawn.
Yeah.
This is also the map where our strength stat matters. We need 15 strength. Our strength is kind of ridiculous. So
What the? You need
21.
seriously. You need 15, and you have 21.
yeah.
Dude, Kirby.
It might be 14. I don't remember off the top of my head.
Oh my goodness.
But you need both strength and magic. But once after this chapter, strength is irrelevant. So every strength level you get past the minimum of, according to my notes, 14, it's a waste of time because every tech you get in a level up is a time loss.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. We were talking about it in, I think, the Path of Radiance run, how you like really want to avoid level ups. Even more so here, because like the rest of the run is so short in comparison that like every level up is just like an enemy phase takes like 3 seconds, then a level up takes like 5. You know?
Yeah.
So God, it's so much time lost. But what's this desert map? Okay.
Yep, desert map. Oh, but we fly, so who cares?
Yep. There you go.
We can use a javelin. So now we can counter literally everything. We also have these 2 units in the middle of the map, Gregor and Naui. We kind of want them, that's a terrible level up, out of combat because, again, we want Robin to get as much experience as possible. Naui, the Manakee that I just moved, will get a few rounds of combat. If she kills everything, she will get a level up, and we don't want level ups. So I will literally swap to Gregor just to avoid a Naui level up in the next turn.
And nice. Look at that. She left the major life. Excellent. And you
And now we're going to
or
visit this
you
village.
do?
Yep. Get the Master Seal, and then drop Gregor here. And then Gregor will kill that mage. So now we avoid a Naui level up. Why are you getting strength?
Dude, seriously. We had
Why?
Yeah, so earlier we were kind of like banking on an early Anna shop in order to get us the second seal and master seal. If you weren't able to use those, or if you're just playing casually, this is the first map where you get these items. So we're level 10 now. Now that you're level 10, you can promote. We're going to promote to the Dark Flyer class, which is probably the most balanced class that's ever existed in Fire Emblem. Definitely has like no crazy skills.
Yeah, no really OP skills. Total 1 to 2 range magic on the 8-move flying class. Totally not broken.
Yeah, no.
Don't mind it. And everything's dead. So
a
the
way-
experience routing is very tight. There's a reason why I promoted there instead of like a turn earlier, and that's because we want Robin to learn her level 15 skill after Lucina joins, but not before. Otherwise, run dies. Thankfully, that benchmark is really consistent, so not something you have to worry about too much. Okay, so this is another route map. Yeah, lots of route chapters in the first half of the game, and it's going to turn into a defeat boss marathon. We're going to do a support between Robin and Frederick to give Robin plus 10 avoid. I would skip this in a serious run, but the plus 10 avoid is very nice for a marathon setting. For safety. Because guess what the strat is? Just dodge Lamau.
Just dodge everything. There's like how many archers here in the back part?
There's like 3 of them, I think, in this map.
Goodness. And like they have to attack you, yeah? Oh, well, yeah, there's one. Okay.
Archers are scary.
Right
We
there,
don't like bows.
straight
We're
away.
allergic to them. So there's a green unit in the bottom left corner named Libra. He's actually really useful as a support unit. In the speedrun, we just hope that he kills the enemies nearby. Elixir.
You kind
And
of
we also have another flyer named Cordelia. She kind of just picked off a soldier in the upper left corner off screen. That's the only role she has in the run.
yeah, she's pretty cool. Finding through with that. Getting some like
Defense is
decent-ish levels.
not good.
No.
Yeah, she's catching up, but that defense also is just kind of yikes.
Libra's like kind
Oh.
of struggling with this guy. We okay? Okay, I got it. Cool.
Yeah, Libra, kill, Libra. No, Libra.
Libra, please. Libra,
No, he
what are you
healed!
doing?
He won round?
Oh
Okay, you
my
do.
god. Oh, thank goodness. Okay. Whew.
But unfortunately, that means a Cordelia level up, which is a notable time loss.
I'll try. Yeah, and then she gets like a million stats too.
He gets
Come on,
magic
man.
too.
Just to rub it in. Just to rub it in.
Just to rub it in.
All right.
God.
But yeah, the stat benchmarks tend to be really high for Robin, and like in a typical casual playthrough, in the speedrun, Robin will get 47 level ups, which sounds like a lot. By Robin standards, that's actually pretty low in a casual playthrough. You should be getting like 70 to 80 levels on a good Robin in like a hard or lunatic playthrough.
Wow.
So 47 is like not that many levels by Robin standards
Yeah, you just keep on like reclassing and reclassing over and over again, right?
in a casual playthrough. Yeah.
Mhm.
But in this case, we have enough stats to get by, but we also don't want too many level ups because they cost time. All right, so this is a defeat boss map. So we're just going to blitz to the boss while picking up a few stat boosters on the way. So we used a Draco shield, and we're going to kill this poor thief here to steal his Seraph Robe because we kind of need the survivability really badly.
Yeah, we're kind of like a bit low on that. It's a pretty cool map, like story-wise. Like some tragic event happened, and now like all of the soldiers don't want to fight, but I guess they do want to fight. So we're like killing as few of them as possible, which is really nice, right? Very fitting.
Yeah, nobody's sister died. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, don't worry about that.
So we just learned rally movement. That will be important later. Keep that in mind.
It'll be extremely important. Holy crap.
Really? Extremely? I thought it was only used like one time. What?
Well,
It's used in like 3 or 4 maps, I think.
Oh, okay, never mind.
But yeah.
when you don't use it, it sucks. So, like,
Yeah. Right. And so, yeah, our Robin has started getting to the point where she's kind of snowballing now. And it's like, she's outnumbered the enemy, basically. She's a one-woman army and kind of OP. And this chapter will demonstrate that very nicely. Oh, by the way, we got our Dancer. So if you missed it, Dancers let someone move again.
yeah, we use
And
Olivia,
this is a
Cinder
map.
Fort. Huge.
And we've got a route map with a lot of enemies. Just watch this group of enemies carefully when I end turn.
Sorry, watch what group of enemies?
Yeah, what group of enemies? I have no
Yeah,
idea.
no.
Oh,
That's
all right,
when,
now
like-
watch this group of enemies.
Yeah. There's a group of enemies there in this video game, right?
Yeah, apparently.
I think so. Maybe we like switch to a different video game where those enemies just aren't there.
Oh, there's a boss.
Oh, there's a boss. He has force animations, and then what?
I can skip it, but it's cool to watch it.
Yeah, no,
Goodbye.
I get to watch it. See you. And more levels. Yeah, so like this is kind of the scheme of a lot of Fire Emblem speedruns is like just put all the power into one unit and then go and like solo the game with them. Because once they have the stats to just like win every combat, then they're extremely efficient. They kill things in a very short amount of time. This is like the general idea. Even though theoretically we could have like deployed 3 units and killed the guys that much faster, it's actually just better because we can just end the turn.
All right, hope you enjoyed that massacre. So we kind of just finished the first major arc of the game, and Crom's marriage partner was just decided, and since his highest support level is a C support with Robin, he married Robin.
He married us. We married Crom, fellas. Lucky us. What's in the Anna shop? Rescue? It's pretty cool.
Yeah, rescue saves are pointless. Who likes to rescue staff? Totally not broken to have viable rescue saves in this game.
Yeah, no. If they were viable, they'd probably be like really expensive, like 12,000 gold or something, right? There's no way it would be like 1/10 of that.
Oh, by the way, if you wanted to rank units based off of speedruns, Shersh would be the best flyer after Robin because she gets 4 kills in a run.
Oh wow, are these the 4 kills?
She bonks these 2. She bonks these 2 knives with a hammer, and she'll bonk 2 more later on.
Goodness.
Gaming. All right, watch the group of enemies just melt because that's gonna be the Awakening speedrun.
Yeah, so in Awakening, every single map has one of 2 objectives. It's either route enemy or it's defeat boss. And so in most of the route enemy maps, it's mostly about like positioning Robin in the place that puts her in range of like as many enemies as possible. Or that's like kind of the idea. There's a bit more to it, but that's like the general idea. And in defeat boss maps, it's just like use this really cool skill called Gale Force that we might get later in order to just like rush towards the boss and defeat them on turn 1 best we can. But during all these route maps, it's a lot of enemy phase combat. We just kind of like park Robin somewhere and then hit end turn and skip, and she's like kills everything.
Nope, everything died. Cool.
Nice.
Oh, that Armor Knight is going to waste time because he's going to cost us a turn, but oh well.
What? He's going to cost us a turn like by choice, like the route just doesn't have time to kill him conveniently, or
It's his AI is random. He sometimes just moves out of place and doesn't get attacked. So,
Oof.
and you can't do anything about it.
it's like super rough.
It's like a 4 or 5 second time loss, which in a run this short, that's a pretty big deal. But like you can't do anything about it. So,
Yeah, just like deal with it, right?
like you see, that is literally the only enemy left in this map. So. All right, so this is the point where we need to make sure Robin does not learn Gale Force, but has Rally Movement as the bottom skill. Because we want to pass down Rally Movement to Lucina. Because passing down Gale Force, a really OP skill, to our kids is a terrible idea in a speedrun. That sounds weird, right? That's because it is weird.
Yeah, I know. It's
So
like
Robin needs to not have 49 experience or higher. And she shouldn't be. She should be like at 40, I think, something like that.
40, yeah. It's just like
28,
extremely
yeah, that's
important.
even better. Okay.
Oh wow, so good.
So this is another defeat boss map. And the boss is at the top of the map, up there. So we're just gonna yeet Robin up there. End turn. Robin kills like 3 enemies, while everyone else just kind of chills. And then we auto battle while everyone else does nothing, and the boss is dead. So throw it out.
Some pretty masterful EXP rounding too, just like getting literally as much as you can, because obviously you want EXP on Robin, but like not to go above 15. So like really playing EXP blackjack here.
Yeah, we ideally learn Gale Force when we kill the first enemy of chapter 15. Ideally. Learning it here is fine, but we lose like 1 second from an unnecessary Gale Force animation. Now, we're talking about Gale Force a lot. What is this skill anyways? It's the level 15 Sculpted Darkfly class. It's kind of good. When you kill someone, you move again, and you'll see it in action soon. But for now, Lucina just inherited Rally movements. What does that do? Enemies, when she uses Rally, and everyone within 3 tiles over gets +1 move. That's really good. Oh wait, do you have weapon uses? Okay, good. So Rally move with Lucina. Frederick pair up for +1 move, so now Robin has 10 move, and hi boss, bye boss.
You can just kill him, okay, see ya. Wow, that's like so good.
Like you can reach the boss with the dance technically, but that's slower than Rally. Rally's just really fast. So
yeah, like Rally pair up is like just what 3 things, and not even 3 things in 1 combat.
Also, dancing gives Olivia EXP, which might matter, I guess.
yeah, it doesn't give her a level up, but the experience animation does matter as well. So Robin Schursh, Frederick, I think, and then all right. So this is a really dense route map where you have to kill everything on this map. And everything does move and attack you, but these 2 Armor Knights are programmed to only attack this green unit, Sairi. So we have to use another unit to pick off these Armor Knights, and they're really out of the way. Who do we use for that? Schursh with the hammer. Good job, Schursh.
Oh, no way. Second best flyer, right?
Oh, wait, I made a mistake.
Wrong way?
Yeah, second best flyer in the game. I forgot to do this, and also use the secret book. I'll have to do it later. Oh, no, I messed up. Thankfully, I reset. It's okay, only like 10 seconds. I forgot to give Robin a fresh set of tomes, which are not in Convoy, because they are carried by other flunkies. I mean, very useful units.
Yeah.
Thank you. All right, so we are about to learn Gale Force.
Should be right from this
We need
guy,
it here.
yeah. Oh my goodness, so good.
Gale Force. All right, everything here dies. While we move Schursh here, out of range of everything else.
Move Sheriff's like a secret location down on the bottom, that's right.
Yep. And we just keep killing everything. So the goal now is to, as Raisin's mentioned, just kind of put Robin in spots where we can expose her as much as possible, but take advantage of Gale Force so we kill enemies that are out of the way. So these 2 Cavaliers will not be able to reach Robin from this tile here. So I'm going to pick them off with Robin's flare phases. And then auto battle to have Schursh pick off an Armor Knight in the upper right corner. Unfortunately, she gets a level up, but can't be helped.
Yeah, at this point, like, she's killed 4 enemies that would have been, like, massively inconvenient otherwise, so... Like, pretty thankful for her presence, even if she does, like, kind of sour things with a level up right at the end.
Yeah, there was some discussion about this in the Speedrun Discord about, like, whether it's worth, like, having Robin go out of her way to kill the 2 Armor Knights to skip the level up. It's not, by the way. But, like, it's actually really close, and it really goes to show how much time a level up costs. Because, like, if it's worth losing, like, 2 turns... Almost worth losing 2 turns with Robin to go out of her way to kill 2 units just to avoid a Schursh level up. That really goes to show how slow level up animations are.
Yeah, it's like so huge. Wow, 4 turns, not bad at all. Didn't really feel like with all the Gale Forces that happened.
Yeah, the nice thing about auto battle is that auto battle actually Gale Forces for you, so that's really nice.
That's
oh
really
my god, Anna.
Anything good?
How are we doing on speed?
What are you even looking for?
It's overkill.
Nice.
I need it.
Yeah, how are you on like the benchmarks? At this point, there's like a magic and a speed benchmark.
We kind of don't care about speed at this point. Magic, we just want as much as possible. 40 is fine. Could be better, but it's fine.
The final
so
boss.
this is the notorious Mila tree.
Yeah.
To say the final boss strategy is highly variable, dependent on Robin's magic. There's like 8 different things that Kirby planned, I believe, for different magic amounts.
Yeah, it's like right here in the notes. There's like from 37 to 46, so 10 different like variations depending on how much magic Robin has.
Oh, I don't know what people are complaining about for this map. Like, this map apparently gives a lot of people trouble, but I just finished it.
Yeah, no, just get
I'm
in the
just
middle.
joking.
Just kill the boss easy.
Yeah, just kill the boss. Just complete the objective.
All right. So I know we've been memeing about how like hilariously straightforward this run is through the mid game because now that we have a Robin and carries and just slaughters everything, this map is actually a very scary run killer. In fact, where can I get a skill tonic?
You can get a skill tonic in the Gregor Nowie map.
No!
Are you serious? Get out of here. There's another one in the west, I think. No, that's the one. Are you serious? Get out of here.
Oh, no.
That's such trash.
No. Wait. How much magic is it to Hellfire? 42. I'm one short. I can buy a magic tonic, I guess. Where can I buy magic tonics again?
Magic Tonic is the map where you're defending Emerin.
I don't know the world map. Very well.
Right. Keep going right.
Right?
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
That's the one.
Oh, bless. Okay.
I carry only the finest.
Bless for like 2.
Yeah. I know that like in I think was it some old speedrun route, some other route. It's like anytime you buy tonics, it's like the moment the shop opens up, you just immediately buy it. You don't waste any time. Like you don't want to chance this sort of thing.
Of course, in a serious speedrun, I don't buy any at all because you don't want to rely on them ideally. But thank you. Okay, you're gonna see why that tonic matters. But yeah, this is a defeat boss map, and we can't quite one-turn this because you kind of have to make a lot of distance to reach that. Like a Gale Force or an Amulet of Dance isn't enough to get there. So we'll use a Frederick pair up. It's 43 magic effectively. Okay.
Nice.
So,
Running kind of out of Hellfire or no?
We are out of Hellfire, but we have Elwind, so it's fine. Gale Force.
There you go. Uses a really neat trick. Ready for it. Switch. Separate. So cool.
And then we'll go ahead and turn off enemy phase skip. Just for this.
What's this fight? Oh, that's so perfect. Look at that.
That's why the Magic Tonic would matter. If I skipped the Magic Tonic, I would use Arc Thunder. That has about 70 hit. Probably like 65 with how skill screwed this Robin is. And I have to get 2 in a row. So that's like a double 70% chance to hit because this game goes off 2 iron system like Path of Radiance. That's equivalent to landing 2 Pokemon Thunders in a row and your run dies after reset if this happens. So in a setting like this, it's worth buying the Magic Tonic for 100 hit because Elwyn is really good.
Yeah, if you miss, you just die. Holy. If people say skill isn't that good of a stat, like, you really need it.
Less Magic Tonics. But yeah, the benchmark is 43 magic to use Elwind, which we had exactly with the Magic Tonic. 42 to Hellfire, and I think 38 to Arc Thunder. If you have less than 38, then you just cry, because you pretty much can't finish the run. Or I guess you can try to go for a Frederick Dual Strike, which is...
It's like even worse.
Yeah. You don't want to do that. You really don't want to do that.
Like at that point, just use Arc Thunder, you know?
Oh no, it's 38 magic with to Arc Thunder, I think.
Goodness.
37 magic to Arc Thunder. So, yeah. Okay. Defeat boss map. You know the drill.
Pretty straightforward.
Yep. Rally move. Thank you, Lucina. Frederick Para. +1 move. Move. Olivia Dance. Gale Force. We are now capped on our level, and we will. These are our final stats for the rest of the run.
41-29. That's pretty good.
The boss.
You do initiate on player phase here. I know it's faster to do enemy phase. Good fight though.
I think other enemies attack you if you enemy phase. I don't remember off the top of my head. There are some maps where you're better off ending turn to enemy phase because the boss moves first. I don't think this map's the case.
I didn't know. I guess you just gotta like memorize the maps then. Yeah. I mean, like that's speedrunning, so deal with it.
That's speedrunning. Just gotta memorize it. But there is a lot of luck to this run, obviously. But in terms of like actually learning how to execute this game's run, like there are safety precautions you can take, like such as the Magic Tonic I bought. And so like learning this game as a run is pretty easy to do, honestly. Like I literally do rust this in like 2 hours for this show. Because like you can see the strats themselves are kind of Rally, Frederick, Gale Force.
Wait, Rally has 3 range? Seriously?
3 range in this game, yep.
Oh my goodness.
Is it 2 range and Fates and Engaged, I think? I don't remember.
Yeah, it's 2 range and Fates and Engage, 1 range and 3 houses, I believe.
Yeah, single target in 3 houses even.
Oh yeah, single target in 3 houses, not even 1 range, yeah. Oh yeah, so we just made a trip to Walmart, and yeah, we're gonna have to fight Walmart again. I really should stop by Walmart tomorrow morning. I need some more groceries.
Need some more EXP.
Yeah.
By a soul. Wait, he doesn't drop soul, does he?
He does drop soul.
Oh, okay.
Yep, we just threw it in a combo because we don't care about it.
Yes,
So, problem with Chrom, we have to babysit him. He's force deployed in every map, and if it's hard to keep him safe, we just have to have him deployed. I'd rather use Frederick because Frederick gives better buffs and +1 move, but that can't be helped. All right, so this is a really scary map because we're gonna end turn here. Sniper with silver bow. Sniper with silver bow.
Oh, goodness.
This game has triple weapon effectiveness. That means the silver bow has 39 might against Robin. Add 17 to that. That is about 56 attack power. That does 37 damage to Robin. That kills her in 2 hits, by the way. So what's the strat? Just dodge Lamau.
Yeah, just dodge it. Just don't get hit.
They have like around 30 displayed hits, so their chance to hit her is like around 20%. And if they both hit her, or if she gets hit by literally,
She got hit once, I guess.
Should be fine. Okay, we're fine.
There you go.
I forgot I still have enemy faces playing. That's okay.
You just hit start to skip it, right?
Yep. Hi, Walmart. We'll just play this animation for fun. Totally not a one-sided fight. See ya.
Yeah. My conquest.
All right, and now we start the final arc of the speedrun.
Yeah, so the first part was kind of like really sus as we kind of like needed all the stats in order to get through these like route maps and whatnot. And then we had this really easy kill boss streak. Now we have the end game, which is like a bunch of kill boss maps, but I'm not wrong. Is it just the final map or are there any others with like really big stat benchmarks?
The final map is a big stat benchmark, but you also need to dodge a lot of bow users. Yeah, bow users. Yeah. We don't like bow users. We don't like bow users.
Yeah. Oh, don't forget the option, by the way.
Oh yeah, thank you. This map, I can't game over on this map. Thank you. Because Chrom is like in danger, but normally I can just have Chrom pair into Robin and just babysit him, but Robin needs the +1 movement from Frederick. So my only option is to try to protect Chrom by having Sayri just camp on the stair and hope she doesn't get crit. If she gets crit, Run dies. Because that means Chrom is dropped and Chrom dies. And Chrom is a game over. Gale Force, kill these assassins because they have silver bows. We don't like bows.
Yeah,
we really don't like bows.
Just like destroy you.
Yeah. And then we go bonk you. And we go here. So I'll explain this turn really quickly. We are in range of the boss, and the boss does move first. So we will kill him first on enemy face. Wait, did I heal? Oh.
You should be fine. You should be fine.
Maybe. See, Awakening AI is kind of smart because if enemies see a kill, like these assassins, they will move before the boss and just try to kill you.
So what's going to happen?
Yeah,
do they see like too deep? I don't think either has a one-shot.
I don't think they eat one-shots, so I'm probably fine. Like the boss will probably move first anyways. But if I've taken a lot of damage and forget the elixir, then these assassins will go first and try to kill you.
Yeah, like
and
if you're at like 20 HP, I imagine.
Yeah. Okay, we're fine. He's gonna move first.
Oh boy.
We're fine.
That was rough.
But you can kind of tell the trend for this speedrun for Awakening is just dodge Lamau. Like literally.
Just don't get hit. It's that easy.
Yeah, just don't get hit. It's that easy. So we're going to make a quick shopping trip because, see, we kind of need tomes. And we also need to make sure tomes don't break in the middle of combat. Because these next few chapters are like actually turn sensitive, relatively speaking. Don't sell that. So we're going to go ahead and buy 2 Arc Thunders. Not because we need like 60 uses of it, but because we need to make sure they don't break in the middle of a round of combat. So we need like multiple high use tomes. Because there will be like 2 route chapters coming up. Not this one though. This one's kind of funny.
Yeah, this one's like an extremely straightforward kill boss. You know, I'd be like, oh, why aren't you dancing or using some move tech? You can just like sit.
There's no enemies that are gonna attack or do anything, so there's not really a reason to dance, I presume.
Easy.
Yeah, there you go. Just move forward. There's like 12 enemies on the map who are really cool and have like special names and cool weapons and whatnot, but you can just like not fight them.
Yeah,
you can skip them. You get a lot of cool weapons out of them, but not worth it. Okay. So this is kind of one of the climaxes of the game where we had to fight Valor, one of the main villains, and he's like, "Ha! I got you in my trap card. I was expected to have been defeated by you, but now I can't mind control you." But then Robin pulls like a reverse Uno on Valadar and goes like, "No, we foresaw this coming. We pulled this trap card on you instead," or something like that. I don't remember off the top of my head.
And then there's this whole thing about like he makes a barrier to separate you from the rest of your army, but we're like, we don't have a rest of the army, so like we don't really care.
Oh, have a one-hit KO.
He's defending you from the other enemies.
I know. He just wants a fair duel, you know?
All right, so now the barrier is broken. Now it's a route chapter. We're gonna go yeet Robin down here and use the Goddess icon for more avoid. And we got Basilio and Flavia. They're actually really competent units for pre-promotes, and they do get stat bonuses on the higher difficulties as well. We're just gonna go hide them in a corner. See ya.
Yeah, they're like some of the last units you get, but it's just like, don't need them.
Is it actually
Yeah, so-
necessary to move them there? They're kind of far away already.
They do chase after them. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, assassin, killer bow, silver bow. Not scary at all. Unfortunate. Well, I could do this. Yeah, I can do this. Kill this one. Because we need to end Robin on this tile here. Because this is the magic tile that's in range of, like barely range of that as well, and everything in the middle here. So we should be fine even if the bow assassin hits us, because we killed 2 out of 3 assassins. Okay, and now we need to end the map on this turn, otherwise reinforcements spawn, which is very bad. On the far left side.
Yeah, it's like...
So this is the magic
paramount.
tile. This is the magic tile that's in range of basically everything. So everything dies.
Is there a reason you didn't do a player phase attack there, or just didn't need to?
Eh, dialogue.
Oh, I see.
You get like engagement dialogue when you attack a boss like that.
There's no chance of like... No, he doesn't have a proc skill like Pavis or
No.
Aegis.
I think you literally one-shot him, so it's like there's no chance of anything going wrong there, really.
Yeah, no, everything's super easy.
Okay, so we're approaching. We have like 3 maps left in the run. And since while we approach to the end of this run, because this is kind of just another route chapter where we just kill everything, Raisins and me, why don't you talk about yourself a little bit? Because both of you have been generous enough to offer your time for this fun little 2 to 3 hour marathon, and you both stream pretty regularly as well.
Yeah, so I'm Raisins. I stream Fire Emblem. I don't stream many Fire Emblem speedruns, but you know, I hang around the speedrun Discord enough to know the strats and know the ideas. And Brenda Kirby, it was very nice to be invited to this show today. And I do love Fire Emblem Awakening. It is really one of my favorites, even when you're doing like crazy, ridiculous stuff like this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I'm as I speedrun Path of Radiance, the game we did earlier. I also run a few other Fire Emblem games, mostly older ones. But yeah, I speedrun those sometimes and I stream it. And yeah, I'm very thankful to be invited on here by Kirby and the organizers. So thank you for that. Anyway.
Mm-hmm. And their Twitches are Original Raisins and Mute_Muso. I don't remember how you spell that.
MOUSOU.
Yep. Definitely recommend dropping both of them a follow.
Yeah, thank you.
Sure. And Curry Massa himself. Curry Massa
Yeah.
wants
Yeah, of course.
So.
Follow me too. Yeah, I'm not going to complain about more viewers.
Yeah.
Shameless advertisement.
Kirby's the talented one here, right? So.
All right, so I did buy another magic tonic. So Robin's magic is effectively going to be 43 for endgame, and this is where I need to like do a little bit of forging. So forging is a mechanic in this game where you get to modify an existing weapon already instead of creating a new weapon. So we're going to forge a Thoron Tome, and 43 magic means I need 2+2 might, as much crit as possible, and then dump the rest into hit because we want hit. So if the more magic I have, the less money I have to spend on might, and the more I can spend on hit. So now we have a Thoron Tome with +2 might and like a lot of crit. Now we eat here. Fun fact, you can make the game move you towards your next destination automatically by pressing start. That is slower in this case. The game makes you travel like a slower path by like 10 frames. So don't use that in that chapter.
Oh, wow. I just always smash the start key.
Yeah. I think it's technically slower at the start too, because if you just hold a direction and memorize it, you buffer moving Crom on the map first frame. Whereas in start, if you mash start, you don't buffer that.
We're coming up.
Basilio's really useful.
Oh yeah,
Basilio's useful. Thank you. Bonk.
Hit this guy with the force on.
Yep, Force on. 88 hit. Don't miss.
Please. Oh my goodness.
That bad skill stat is biting us right now so hard.
Like such a bad hit rate.
I've never seen her hit that low. Like I've seen her with like 96, 97 hits.
And that's with like some forge plus hit, right?
Yeah, it's plus like one stage of hit. So if Robin got more magic, then like that would probably have been gone up a lot more because I can spend more money on hit instead of mites.
All right, final boss
Anyways.
time.
Yeah, final boss time. So this is worth taking a little bit of time to explain really quickly. Because this is actually a pretty complicated boss. here. So we have to fight ourselves, Grima. Grima is on a throne with +3 defense and res and +20 avoid, so that's not fun. She also has dragon skin. She takes half damage from everything.
Everything.
Yeah.
Holy smokes.
Everything.
And nothing nullifies it, I believe.
80 HP, 30 res, and like in higher difficulties, the best way to take out Grima is using bows. Because like magic weapon, the might of magic weapons tends to be pretty low, so you want to use bows usually. We obviously don't really have a competent bow user, so we just have to pierce through her res and just hope for the best. So what I'm gonna do here is basically have Crom just chill and do nothing, and then take all the credit. And then we have this unit named Henry. Henry is joined us for free. He has Hex, which reduces avoid by adjacent enemies avoid by 15, giving us better hit. And then he also has Anathema, which reduces enemies nearby, their avoid, and their crit avoid by 10, meaning we'll effectively have 10 extra crit. So on top of that, Henry gives us +4 magic, +1 skill, which is really good. So by having Henry pair it with Robin, his skills do apply even as a pair of backpack. So he's effectively going to give Robin +25 hit, +10 crit, and +4 magic, and a little bit of hits, which is very important.
Like, such a good passenger, yeah.
Okay. Just burn a turn. And now, we hope we're... Did I math that wrong? 15? That should be 16. I didn't Magic Tonic, that's why. I forgot to Magic Tonic.
Oh.
I forgot to Magic Tonic.
Go for it anyway.
So-
Maybe we crit.
Yeah, we could crit, but like, yeah, if you look at the math, if I did 16 damage, this 5-hit KOs Screama. That means with a dance, she can kill in 3 hits if one of them is a crit. Her crit's terrible because her skill's terrible, but in this case, we can still kill her if we get 1 out of 4 crits. So we'll just hope for that. I forgot to unequip Henry. Oh well.
We get the dual strikes, the 27%.
Yep.
Do
Totally.
0,
Henry's totally going to do a lot of damage. Crit.
Here we go. Come on. Yes.
Okay.
1 crit.
1 crit.
Not a
That's
second
okay.
one.
That's okay. This is a guaranteed finish.
Nice. Well played.
Time will be coming up soon. Ooh, ugly. I just
Come on, right at the end.
right at the end. So time will be when we say make the decision to kill Grima with Crom or not. Do we kill with Crom or with Robin? Do we sacrifice Robin or not?
This one sucks. Sacrifice Robin.
Oh, this Robin sucks. Let's sacrifice Robin.
Yeah.
Wait.
How do we do that? No, right?
No. Yeah. No.
Yeah.
Okay. Bye, Robin.
Yeah. Bye, Robin.
Time.
Time.
All right. That was Awakening. Hope that run was informative and interesting. I usually try to slow down for the black screen speedruns because understandably they can be hard to follow and watch since due to the nature of just being really fast. Thank you for Raisins and Meat for being on commentary for me again. Drop all 3 of us a follow if you like Fire Emblem content. I also do randomizers and stuff. And I also want to thank Etchy for being our host and inviting me to be on the show. Thank you, Etchy. Cool friend. Awesome dude. And that's about it.
Shucks.
Any last words?
Yeah, it was great to be on the show with GDQ. Really a real pleasure to be invited to join you all today.
Happy to have you all here.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah. So, again, you can follow Kirby if you just hover over his name on the title. You can just click the heart. Follow everybody. Thank you so much for tuning into this Fire Emblem Showcase. GDQ Hotfix is not done for the day, though. Stay tuned after this for Legally Cute featuring Ori and the Will of the Wisp and DreamWorks Dragons Dawn of the New Riders. That's the word. Yes. Stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. Thanks for watching, everybody. Bye-bye.